another watch along. It's been a while. I was actually having a chat with Somesh about that. काफी time हो गया लगता है. We were missing the studio. Hopefully that's the same with you guys as well. It's the 60th game of the tournament and it's the 100th watch along for us here at CDC. So thanks a lot for all of you. Thanks a lot to all of you for supporting us through this journey. And yeah, RCB's won the toss and 2 Finolas right now at the end of the first 2 balls. I was happy that Kohli's not gone out, for the first bowler. And we'll have the playing 11s shortly. But off the top of my head, 2 changes for RCB, both overseas. Okay, that seems.
I also had one question.
Yeah.
Which of it has like more significance? This match or the watch along?
Oh my
Considering it's 100.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think given that the stature of 2 sides playing, I would say this game.
Watch along.
Yeah, but I think from an RCB perspective, we have been discussing this for a while, that they have to move on from Hasaranga and include a batter because their batting is falling short. And at this point of time, what Hasaranga is offering in the field and what Karan Sharma might offer, there is not much of a gulf.
Correct.
Hasaranga has not been like Rashid or even a Piyush Chawla.
True.
That uska kami bahut zyada khalegi. But they actually need a batter because apart from Faf and Maxwell, no one is really providing the impetus.
True. Couldn't agree with you more on that. And also, just coming to the playing 11. So, RR have just the one change. They've decided to go spin heavy. They've brought in Zampa and left out Bolt. And KM Asif retains the spot. And for RCB, meanwhile, like we mentioned, 2 changes, both overseas. Wayne Parnell and Mike Priest will come in for, I forgot, Hazelwood and Hasaranga, of course. It'll be interesting to see. That's a 4. Okay, that's a good shot. Bad delivery. Short and wide. And Kohli, of course, takes full toll. And just going back to the playing 11, Shaunak. If you notice, for RCB, they have a Himanshu Sharma in the subs. I'm not saying that's a player to look out for. I'm not going to hype him up. But that's an interesting name. He's not been ever named even in the Impact subs before. There's a very good chance he might be brought in today because Hasaranga is not there, so they might want one more spinner. He's also a wrist spinner. So they might want to strengthen their spin reserves. Because they've already got Harshal, Siraj and Wayne Parnell. They've got 3 pacers.
They've got 2 pacers.
Okay, fine. Okay. But theoretically...
Sorry, Kohli.
Okay, fine. No, they've got 3 na. Parnell, Harshal, Siraj.
Harshal ko count nahi karna na. Harshal is a fast off spinner.
मुझे लगा ठीक है.
If it were up to me, I would bring in Shahbaz.
So would I. In fact, I would play Shahbaz in the 11 instead of Rawat. I don't care how badly out of form he is. Rawat hasn't done anything to justify his place.
So, why didn't you just not start with Shahbaz?
That's what I'm saying.
Because batting-wise, I don't think there's a lot of difference.
He is better.
He's a better pace.
I'm sure. He had a good season as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And he has been like Bengals, everything.
Yeah,
not just Ranji, bro. Like there was one tournament where he was the leading run scorer for Bengal and the leading wicket taker for Bengal. Team में से कोई तो एक format था. Yeah.
He's been doing consistently good, which is why I was very surprised that they sort of, I don't know if it's a drop or what, but they've not been clear enough about it. So we'll have to assume it's a drop.
I think it's a drop because Sanjay Bangar said in a post-match presser that he has not lived up to the expectations.
Oh, and Anuj Rawat has. Oh, come on.
So Anuj Rawat's expectation नहीं होगी ना.
But उसके साथ तुझे 2 चीजें मिल रही है.
Exactly.
किसके साथ?
Shahbaz.
हाँ, वही. I agree with you. इसीलिए. So yeah, guys, please keep your comments coming in. And Zampa, that's some spin early on. Zampa's bowling the second over to Kohli. Oh, that was too close. That was too close to the stumps. Man, dude, calm down, please. Meanwhile, Vikramaditya with the first comment for the day. Hi, guys. The biggest question for today's game is: will Root get to bat today? I mean, I would imagine so. They're chasing today, so invariably.
Whoa, no. What if RCB score 150 and they just hunt it down in 50 now?
हो सकता है यार, पता नहीं. I just hope he's not done himself.
Yeah, I think the bigger question is, which I want to ask everyone, who is Rajasthan's number 1 batter at the moment?
Jaiswal. No questions asked.
It's so obvious. He's actually carrying the team.
Yeah. And also, guys,
Butler feels the same. That's why he sacrificed his place.
Yeah, exactly. And before we move on, please remember that we will be running the prediction contest. A lot of cool merch to be won. Please predict what RCB score would be at the end of the first innings. We'll also kickstart proceedings here. Somesh, let's start with you. How much do you think RCB could potentially end up with? Hit that!
I would say 167.
167, all right. Hardik?
I'll go 157.
यार ये सब मतलब आप यही करो, ठीक है
257.
हाँ
250.
नहीं, वो लखनऊ ने मार दिया, बस काफी है उतना. I'll say 182. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yep. And
ball, yeah.
Vasan Narayan meanwhile says Rawat has applied black magic on Faf in team management. मेरा theory nudes पे था, ठीक है, ये भी हो सकता है, पता नहीं है.
I don't think Faf would give a fuck if
Faf नहीं भाई, Hesson का है, किसी
कौन
का है.
देखेगा भाई? बट
अरे देखने वाले देखेंगे ना, उसमें क्या है, देखने वाले कुछ भी देखेंगे, उनको क्या है.
Faf तो ऐसे भी डॉल में घूमता रहता है.
But I think यार अनुज रावत जैसे कीपर की जरूरत है ना, उनको पिछले गेम में डीके नहीं था, he was
हाँ तो भाई इम्पैक्ट मतलब फील्डिंग के लिए तो you can just substitute someone, इतना भी कुछ खास उसमें लोड नहीं है. मार यार, बहुत फुल था ये, ठीक है.
Do you think like what Butler did for Jaiswal in the previous match, any Indian batter would have done that? Indian international batter.
Yeah, tough.
उस दिन who ran out whom to hold on to his place?
Manish Pandey.
No,
नहीं मार्स को किया था किसी ने.
अरे नहीं यार, अरे मारने वाला बहुत फुल था.
But don't you think अगर बटलर बहुत प्लेनली नो कर देता तो दोनों कोई रन आउट ही नहीं होता?
गलती तो दोनों की थी.
नहीं, वो लखनऊ में या किसी ने करण शर्मा ran someone out, no, some sort of I'm trying to remember, some like जिसको ज्यादा मौके नहीं मिल रहे थे.
Over, dude.
Excellent over, just 3 runs off it. And 12 for no loss at the end of 2 overs. Babara says, hello guys, happy RCB knockout day. हाँ भाई, अभी क्या करें, होगा तो होगा. I mean, I hope not, but yeah, there's only so much.
14 पे तो नहीं पहुंच रही RCB.
Yeah,
net run rate is very bad, and that last game is against Gujarat.
I hope not. मतलब we win this game, not lose होने के
बाद. This is they have 2 games after.
Yeah, SRH and then Gujarat.
SRH.
गुजरात भी ठीक है, मैं और क्या है, क्या बोलने में क्या जाता है.
गुजरात और एसआरएच कंपेयर कर रहे हैं.
कल दोनों खेल रहे हैं ना आपस में, गुजरात वर्सेस एसआरएच.
गुजरात शुड लूज दैट.
बट यार आई मीन क्या बोले यार, देयर आर 3-4 टीम्स जिनके ब्लंडर्स की लिस्ट तो खत्म होने का नाम ही नहीं ले रही है.
बट टू बी ऑनेस्ट,
लिस्ट की बात मत करो, लिस्ट गलत दे देता है
यार भाई. एंड आभास मीनवाइल सेज नहीं भाई, बॉलिंग लाइनअप देखो आरसीबी की, टॉप 3 खत्म कर देंगे.
बेसिकली हिज आंसर टू रूट गेट अ चांस टू बैट.
देखते हैं. आई मीन हाँ, होप क्या बोले. बट just going back to the blunders point that you were making, Rajasthan themselves have not been the greatest when it comes to, you know, strategy and tactics. Like काफी blunders उन्होंने.
I disagree यार, एक्चुअली नहीं, क्योंकि उनके पास जो रिसोर्सेज है उनका यूज किया है उन्होंने अच्छे से. क्या कर सकते हैं वो, उनके पास है ही नहीं ना उतने ऑलराउंडर्स टू मेक यूज ऑफ द इंपैक्ट.
No, exactly. So एक तो स्क्वाड कंस्ट्रक्शन, which is why this is something last
season
से
issue है. मतलब आई मीन last season when they splurged so much on David Padikkal, वो तभी वही समझ, वो टैक्टिक ही समझ में नहीं आई थी कि why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Instead look for an all-rounder.
नहीं, also the problem is like जब जेसन होल्डर आया, everyone were like now they have got it sorted, but T20 में ऐसा नहीं होता. You need someone to bowl in the first 6. Yeah. मतलब at least अगर अच्छी टीम हो तो 6 में तुम्हें 2 आइडियल बॉलर्स चाहिए जो मतलब प्रॉपर, नॉट प्रॉपर ऑलराउंडर्स, बट यू नो लाइक मोइन अली या फिर कुछ ऐसा.
ओह मैन, फाफ स्टार्टेड लेट.
राजस्थान के साथ इशू ये है कि बैलेंस करना 11 बहुत मुश्किल है, बट उसके अलावा जो 11 वो खिलाते हैं वो 11 बहुत तगड़े होते हैं.
दैट्स द थिंग, राइट? एग्जैक्टली. वो इनके पास 11 sort of, okay, if not all 11, they at least have 6 or 7 proven match winners.
Yeah, that is like, a big deal, right? I mean, what is the point of balancing a team and if the balanced team relying on 3 players?
And we also can't say कि like उनका balance wrong है, क्योंकि अगर तू अंदर जाके टीम बनाने बोलेगा, you'll pick the same set of 11 players because you don't have options. 11 के वही रहेंगे,
but that's the thing, right? Like I was trying to think, Rajasthan के complete performances क्या रहे हैं ये season में, जहाँ पे not a single match winning performance. कहाँ जायसवाल की, like जायसवाल, that blitzkrieg sort of practically handed the match to them in the power play.
But
you can't call it a complete team performance.
I mean, if I have to put it other way around, there has been only one game where they have been outplayed. जिस गेम में वो हारे भी हैं, all of them have been very close games, close losses.
But irrespective, the wins. What I'm trying to sort of get to is कि okay, before we get to that, crick crazy next, how can we skip that? He says, hi, when you भी देखो, average score 150 का है.
हाँ, इसलिए 157, 167, ये बढ़ रहा है 180, 180.
मैंने हमेशा से बोल के रखा है, मैं तो
आरसीबी वाले साले सोचते ही नहीं है.
वो तो मैंने पहले से बोल रखा है. लॉजिक मैं देखता नहीं.
Content team.
हाँ, exactly. But just going back to that, how many games that they won? Yeah, Chennai का देख लो. It wasn't a complete performance. Batting अच्छी थी, bowling में actually खराब की थी. संदीप शर्मा somehow managed to win the game.
कैसे बोल सकते हो ये? मतलब
How did
Chennai
they end up?
needed 40 in 2 overs.
And they botched it up.
ऐसा भी कोई botch up नहीं किया था भाई.
Yeah, 42 minutes to
It happens. It happens. I mean, they beat Chennai twice and Chennai in Chennai. मतलब और क्या चाहिए? I mean, it's like if you start finding fault in Rajasthan, I at times feel like it's finding fault for the sake of it. Because balance issue रहा है day 1 से last season से भी.
बट मेरे को ये भी लगता है वो लोग कभी-कभार थोड़ा ज्यादा कूल बन जाता है.
वो ठीक है, बट देख अभी जैसे अब आरसीबी का देखो ना तुम. अब इनके पास नंबर 3 नहीं है. अब अनुज रावत को जबरदस्ती खिला रहे हैं कि भाई नंबर 3 पे कोई चाहिए. I mean, I'm pretty sure अगर इनके जगह राजस्थान होता तो they would not have given a fuck about playing a proper number 3. नीचे के जो बंदे हैं उनको उठा के ऊपर भेज दो नंबर 3 पे. मारेगा नहीं. Give someone a run.
ना शाबाश को
हर दो मैच में तो चेंज किया है. The number of players that they have tried at number 3 are a lot. I mean, they've tried so many players at number 3.
But I mean, don't you think the same thing can be said about Rajasthan as well? Number 3, number 4 पे इन्होंने भी काफी like Padikkal, Parag, Samson.
वो 3-4 पे नहीं, Samson तो 3 पे रही है.
3 पे नहीं रहा.
Padikkal 3 पे वो बहुत क्लियर है ना. Padikkal 3 पे जब आता है जब जायसवाल पहले आउट होता है to maintain that left right thing.
Interesting. Meanwhile, just going back to the comments, Sachin Upadhyay says Riyan Parag is the number 1 batter for RR, number 1 fraud of a batter with a lot of confidence and less of talent. That's a bit harsh.
And they had the guts to drop him.
Yeah,
ऐसा भी नहीं ना कि they are still carrying him या कुछ.
मतलब Parag कौन सा वैसे भी superstar था कि उसके लिए like guts आया. He's not been performing.
I think RCB would have been a good place for Parag. वो भी content team, content player.
Content मिलता
हो सकता है, क्या पता. Also, Shaunak, if you could go back to the previous comment, like someone had
at this point of time, I'll take Riyan Parag or DK, to be honest, as a finisher.
भाई यार उसके ऊपर भी. अबे अनुज रावत को हटा के उसको खिला लो उससे अच्छा. Keeping DK, जब keeping नीचे उसको अनुज रावत को like उसका जैसा अभिषेक पुरल.
Okay, so Shaunak, if you could go to the previous comment, someone mentioned that Glenn Maxwell bowl the first over to Jaiswal, just like what Rana did. Says Pranav.
I hope he does.
Hi.
And gets him out.
Oh wow! First wicket. Imagine Jaiswal hasn't gotten out to spin this season.
What is Kedar Jadhav?
नहीं है ना, निकाल ही दिया पूरा. ए हाँ, केदार जाधव था ही नहीं ना.
What fuck up, bro?
Wait, am I getting this wrong? Oh, fourth. Finally. Finally, it's been a very sedate start. I mean, first over went for 9. Last overs have been very slow. Mohammad Irfan seems like a new name. Have you seen the name before?
Yeah, Mohammad Irfan. हमने गाया भी है.
Mohammad. It's not Mohammad.
Mohammad. दर्द दिल की सिफारिश.
अच्छा. After last match defeat of RCB, I promised myself I'll not watch an RCB match this season. I didn't want any preview show, even RCB YouTube channel. But yeah, after 3 p.m. I searched who won the toss.
But that's the story for all RCB fans for the last 15 years, right?
Exactly.
हम नहीं देखेंगे.
क्या करे इरफान साहब, हम भी हैं यहाँ पे जर्सी पहन के रोते हैं, बस क्या करे.
कुलदीप ने बोला ना काफी चोट खाई है लाइफ में. क्या करे, आदत है, दिल नहीं मानता है.
Babu Rao also says there's no point comparing RR and RCB. Yeah, no one's compared the two teams.
बहुत ऊपर है. बहुत ऊपर है.
Why we've not compared the two teams. One's first 11 has the strongest Indian core, and the other has the weakest. Probably, and again, just to
I don't think they have an Indian core only. Indian.
Oh hi, oh यार सीधा लॉन्ग ऑफ के पास.
RCB में कौन ही core है वे? एक तो Indian, अच्छा दो है अच्छा.
Anyways, Crazy Nix meanwhile says RR. Okay, I'm guessing these are the issues. DDP entry point, not using holder well, playing Basit versus RCB. Somesh भाई mistakes तो हैं. दूसरे करे तो blunder, RR करे तो error. भाई, he's been caught.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है, मतलब हमने
पहले कॉमा के बाद से डाल भी दिया सोमेश भाई. ऐसे तो तुम देख लो, वो तुमको फॉलो आउट भी कर रहा है और एक मिस्टेक भी है.
नहीं एक्चुअली बासित के बारे में तो हमने भी बात किया कि कोई सेंस नहीं बनाया था उसको एक मैच के लिए लाने का, एक बॉल खिला के ड्रॉप करने का.
वो भी सीधा 10 ऑफ 2 जब चाहिए above holder. Exactly, holder is batting.
उससे पहले भी अश्विन को भेजा था.
But actually the thing is, it's, I mean, मेरा point of view ये था कि there are more rights than blunders, and at least they have the guts to be flexible, which most teams don't.
मार भाई.
Finally.
चलो, first 6 of the game, a bad ball, a long hop, and Yafaf taking full toll of it. To be honest, I mean, of course, it's too early to say anything. What do you think of the start? 29 for 0, 3.5. Like,
Jaipur में I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
अगर मतलब they'll have to get to 170, 180 though, क्योंकि
And अब issue is next over कौन डालेगा, क्योंकि I don't want Sandeep to be bowling the next over.
No, they won't, because Sandeep 2 over death में तो
अगर आप KM आसिफ को लाएंगे तो there is a opportunity to for RCB to give 15 run over.
Oh हाँ,
वो भी एक option है.
Yep. Abhas meanwhile says नहीं सोमेश भाई, ऐसा नहीं, finding fault in RR is same as finding good things in RCB. Akshay, please don't compare did I compare RR with RCB?
We are not comparing, we are just saying
no, but everyone's been calling me out. I'm not
if you look at I mean let's forget about RCB.
Almost shocker, bhai, excellent.
I mean, let's forget about RCB at the moment. Let's look at SRH's season. I mean, it's filled with mistakes after mistakes.
No,
हर मैच में अलग
वो भी अलग मिस्टेक.
उसके बाद अगर देखोगे पंजाब, मतलब there are so many errors that they have done. कितने अभी तक they would have easily qualified अगर वो ऐसे मचाते नहीं तो. But it has happened.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, but like मेरे को पंजाब की टीम जब जैसे बोल रहे थे SRH are like so good on paper. I feel like Punjab almost same level में at least on paper.
हाँ, वही तो ये भी कह रहे हैं, they should have qualified.
I mean,
bro, look at the batting order,
कितना amazing था यार.
Like काफी obvious fuck ups होते हैं जो मतलब मेरे को समझ नहीं आता कि मतलब जो नहीं होने चाहिए.
It's मतलब that's what seems very basic to us.
गलत लिस्ट दे रहे हो बंदों को, यहाँ पे तुम साले अभिषेक को 16-17 ओवर दे रहे हो बेचारे को.
Like to quote Brian Lara, why the F did he bowl Abhishek? This is what he said. He screamed it out loud. You could read him after that over.
Proper. मेरे को लगा था कि like Eden Markram है after he won like you know under 19 World Cup.
वही.
ऐसे T20. But
True.
इस season like मतलब see बहुत सारे होते हैं कि जो कोई first time captaincy करता है तो लगता है कि like ठीक है एक दो उसको तू वो दे सकता है गलतियां, but ये गलतियां भी नहीं है भाई, इसमें कि बहुत obvious fuck ups है.
चहल को दिया है
भाई ये all phase bowler
नया यूसेज है भाई
वो ठीक है. But I was also actually thinking, since we mentioned about Sandeep not probably bowling now, तो डेथ में और कौन है इनके पास? KM आसिफ
ने चहल का है ना, चहल
all phase bowler.
क्या
जो रूट है ऑफ स्पिन बाउंसर्स लेफ्टी है इनमें कोई क्या?
लेफ्टी कोई नहीं, कुलदीप यादव को
क्या, बट कोहली को भी डाल ही सकता है ऐसा कोई.
कौन?
रूट
हाँ घुमा सकता है तो कोई भी डाल सकता है. बॉल घुमाना जरूरी है बस.
मार ले भाई.
Googly incoming
बॉल.
Anyways, so guys, please keep your comments coming in there. And Shaunak, we've got a stat before that. This IPL, Faf has scored 15 plus in each of his 12 innings and has managed to hit a 6 in each of those innings.
और हर मैच में छक्का मारा इसने.
भाई, and जो consistency भाई, मतलब अलग level की consistency.
This game will be the game for orange cap holders क्योंकि Chesla was just one run behind.
Yeah, but he's played a match more. That's the only difference.
Going up against purple cap. चहल भी होगा ना purple cap में.
हाँ, but RCB में कोई purple सिराज था, अभी फिलहाल तो नहीं है. Do we have? Yeah, we've got another stat. Fabulous Duplessis, as we're calling him right now. Most runs for an overseas player in the IPL. Of course, on top of the list is Warner. Faf stands at number 4, 3,979 runs. That's just 21 short of 4,000, which he might reach in 4 runs. So let's hope that happens.
He's been like outstanding in the last 4 seasons.
Yeah, it's exactly the last 4 seasons. Nope, 96 highest. And also, if we could actually show that stat, Anirudh, if you could help us with Faf's numbers, pre-COVID, post-COVID, pre-2020 and post-2020.
Like once he joined CS, नहीं, sorry, मतलब वो जब से opening में वो season में उसका
2020 में, then 21 orange cap, second था, Ruturaj ended up winning. Last season might not have been the greatest of seasons, फिर भी he scored 400 plus runs. This season तो भाई अलग form है, like अलग ही form है. And it's been great to see, great for RCB. Okay. It's been a good over from Chahal. He's managed to contain Duplessis.
यार ये हर बार IPL में अच्छा करता है. फिर अपन इसको इंडियन टीम में लाता है. फिर same old story.
Yeah.
Same with Shami.
Chahal, and as we see the leaderboard for the purple cap, Chahal right now at number 2, just 2 wickets behind Rashid Khan.
3 leg spinners.
Oh yeah, man, wow. And is this the first time Rashid Khan has been in the reckoning for the purple cap? Never has he been so close. Like he's always been a great bowler without
taking wickets.
Yeah, exactly. It's always been batters.
शुरू के 1-2 सीजन में रहा.
नहीं, कभी purple cap के आसपास तो ज्यादा नहीं था यार.
Googly.
यार.
But his season like
that was close.
Top over.
Yeah, excellent over.
और इस बार he was like काफी ज्यादा इकोनॉमिकल नहीं रहा है वो तो क्योंकि टीम उसके अगेंस्ट शॉट्स खेली है.
इस बार उसने डेथ में भी बॉलिंग कराई है ना.
वो भी पावर प्ले में भी काफी
लेने के चांसेस भी वहां पे ज्यादा बढ़ जाते हैं. That's also true. Yep. Meanwhile, Irfan says, why did RCB drop Vanindu? Because of his bad form, or they want batting to be solid, so they picked Bracewell? A bit of both.
But more of the latter.
True. Batting,
Also bowling भी यार मतलब तुम टीम के ऐसे लेग स्पिनर जो इंटरनेशनल लेग स्पिनर हो जिसको तुम सोचते हो कि तुम टॉप 5 में हो, if you're comparing him with Rashid and everyone, मतलब उस लेवल पे रखना चाहते हो तो he has been like below guys like Chawla.
Yeah, this season.
और फिर काफी अलग-अलग
guys like Chawla, भाई number 3 पे Chawla इतना मतलब
ऐसे मैं बस कंपेयर कर रहा हूँ कि like अगर तू उसको टॉप 5
bad. Yeah. I don't think he's even in the top 10 leg spinners. Do you think?
In international cricket
this season.
लेग स्पिनर्स में 10 में कौन ही होंगे?
चहर भी इससे अच्छा किया भाई.
कौन?
चहर.
उसने रन्स.
Exactly, he's controlled runs.
You have like चहर.
Yeah. Zampa भी डाल सकता है ऊपर.
Zampa
हुआ.
फिर
नूर अहमद, राशिद खान, चक्रवर्ती, चावला, करण शर्मा को भी मैं डाल दूं.
करण शर्मा उससे अच्छा डाला.
विकेट तो हाँ बिश्नोई
यार बिश्नोई भी एक्चुअली ना मतलब
अच्छा तो नहीं किया
यार ये साला चहल वही ना ये चहल वेल अच्छा कर रहा है कोई कॉम्पिटिटर ही नहीं उसका यार. अश्विन का अपन बात करते हैं कि क्यों खिलाते रहते हो भाई, किसको खिलाओगे? और नहीं
अश्विन तो
विवरान शर्मा as well.
यार वो एक और जो डाला था एक्चुअली लाइक ही वाज वेरी स्किडी. थोड़ा वो राशिद टाइप मतलब बहुत तेजी से आ रहा था. बैटर्स वर टेकिंग अ बिट ऑफ टाइम टू पिक.
यशस्वी जायसवाल,
सर्राज खान बोल दे मतलब
want RCB to win today to make table interesting.
चांद आजा भाई, कोई तो है मेरे साइड में.
उससे पहले भी कुछ था.
MI का मत करो भाई.
Biggest surprise.
Shaunak, if you could go to the previous.
Sanjay was saying that MI has been the biggest surprise this season.
अच्छा.
Yeah. But I think a lot of that credit has to go to Piyush. How Piyush Sharma has bowled. पूरा एक 4 ओवर
को सिंगल हैंडेडली तो
बैंक है ना. And I think addition of Akash Madwal has worked really well for them. Last 3 games से and I think they won 2 out of those 3.
क्या बैटिंग तो देखो कि इशू कभी होनी भी नहीं चाहिए थी जिस हिसाब से लोग थे.
जिस वो स्काई का फॉर्म थोड़ा पीपल what just happened there?
कैरम बॉल.
And I think जितना मैंने नोटिस किया शायद लास्ट गेम में भी उनका कैमरन ग्रीन का यूसेज भी कम हो गया विद द बॉल. मतलब they are not forcing themselves to bowl Cam Green.
जब से माधवल आया.
Exactly, क्योंकि 5 प्रॉपर दूसरे बॉलर्स मिल रहे हैं उनको.
अभी उनके पास 8 ओवर का बैंक है. Now it's all about was that Mankad attempt ki bas aise hi ruk gaya. Anyways,
run out at non-strike.
Abha says teams are now bowling spin to Kohli in the power play itself. That's why he cannot find touch in whole innings. Then he tries to target last 3 overs. Maybe I mean can't fault other teams for doing that.
And फिर of course Sky जिस तरह से खेल रहा है मतलब यार
भाई
अगर Sky वैसे खेलेगा तो फिर तो क्या बोल रहे
हैं. चीट कोड है भाई.
Actually ईशान किशन ने भी decent किया लास्ट.
शर्मा भी
काफी
रोहित शर्मा also for that matter.
See रोहित शर्मा मतलब
no for fine mistake है. ठीक है.
देखो ईशान किशन 3 गेम्स में वो प्लेटफॉर्म एकदम प्रॉपर ले करके दिया. फिर टिम डेविड ने खुद से एक गेम जिताया. स्काई ने खुद से 2-3 गेम जिता चुका है. वधेरा एटलीस्ट साथ दे रहा है.
यार तिलक आ जाएगा.
तिलक has been there.
ब्रो विष्णु विनोद एक गेम मिला बट और
उसमें 7 गेम्स देखा ना आपने. एक गेम में
फर्स्ट गेम में कर
दिया. लाइक कि 7 गेम जीते हैं तो साथ में हर बार दे फाउंड आउट समवन हु कैन डिलीवर. एंड प्लस फिर वो ये ना कि मोस्ट ऑफ द गेम्स जो टॉस चेस कर रहे थे तो थोड़ा एडवांटेज मिला. गुजरात वाज द ओनली गेम वेयर दे सॉर्ट ऑफ बैटेड फर्स्ट. I
think मुंबई के लिए also will be crucial is like पहला top 2 में finish करना, क्योंकि चेन्नई में एलिमिनेटर खेलना उनके लिए रिस्की हो सकता है. They would want one more chance जो अहमदाबाद में मिल सकता है उनको. तो they would want to finish in top 2.
Yeah, Mumbai would want to continue winning actually.
Yeah, and they would want Chennai to lose एक match at least.
Let's hope. I mean, for Mumbai fans' case at least. Anyways, 42-0 at the end of the power play. I mean, what do you guys think? This is just one last question.
I think 50-50.
Fair. Okay, I would take 50-50 as well, to be honest.
Like actually depends on the middle overs. अगर यहाँ से ये लोग accelerate करके 160 पहुँचते हैं, which I don't feel is safe, क्योंकि chase करते वक्त तो हमेशा मतलब उस zone और plus you don't have like you have guys like Harshal.
But one thing is they've already bowled 4 overs of spin.
But they have 12.
But अभी Ashwin है, Root है.
In fact, Root भी है तो एक दो ओवर तो डाल
सकते हैं. But Root is not like a wicket taking option है, ऐसा कुछ है. वो बस घुमाता है. वैसे तो जायसवाल भी है, वो सब भी नाम ले सकते हैं फिर. Anyways, yeah, it's time to sub Somesh out, or is it? Yeah,
both of us.
All right, so both of them are going out for the middle overs, and we have Paji joining in for joining
Nikhil
in with us.
Nikhil को sledge कर लेना मेरे से कम, मैं तो हूँ नहीं.
Definitely, Somesh की तरफ से Nix को भी sledge कर देंगे, and Nix is joining us online, of course. So yeah, Shaunak, if you could make the intro, I mean, bring in the. All right, guys, welcome back. And Shaunak is next. Oh wow! All right.
अभी
The
स्विच
first
करके
one
बताओ
ये नहीं सोचा था
अभी
कि ये देखें
अभी
ये दिन
स्विच करके
देखने
बताओ
का
सुमेश कॉक से अभी मेरे को देखने का है
Is that a 4 now? Yeah,
देखो,
that is
it
the
is.
fourth pass point. Next भाई, आपने तो दिल जीत लिया. पहले ही जीता था, अब तो और मतलब जो भी है.
अरे
1-0 से
Yes.
2-0 हो गया. क्या सही है. But
we keep trying
what is this 1-0 2-0 मतलब ये क्या चल रहा
मतलब पहले ही जीत लिया था एक बार तो अभी.
है और ये सुमेश वाला ये क्या बैंटर चल रहा है
So basically, Somesh was trying to defend RR, saying they've not been as tactically poor as people are making them out to be. They've actually been one of the better teams tactically. So I sort of was saying I don't think that's the case, and Nix then called him out. Comment डाल दिया मस्त बड़ा वाला कि ये listing out RR's blunders. But yeah, anyways, just coming back to the game, 42 at the end of the power play and 48 now after. Oh, have they run 2? Oh, they have. Wow, that's good running as well. So 49 right now, 6.5 overs done. And sorry, we've got a start as well. So I'm guessing Faf has reached the 4K mark. And yeah, he's the fourth fastest from the looks of it. KL Rahul first in 105 innings, Gale the second in 112, Warner the third in 114. Faf right now is at fourth.
actually you know what would make more sense fastest to 4K in terms of balls rather than innings
Then I'm guessing Gale would be above them all.
yeah and I'm very interested to see how that placing changes for KL Rahul and Virat Kohli
Oh no! Oh man! Kohli! Dude!
Kohli should sacrifice
Yeah! What are you even thinking? Fafi बोल के क्या करेगा भाई? Okay, this was fast mistake to be honest. He didn't even look at Kohli. He just ran.
yeah but I think it was a
There
run.
was no call, there was nothing. He just ran. I'm not saying whether it was a run or not, but he didn't look at Kohli. Either ways, just coming back. So yeah, next you can start. 42 at the end of the power play, 49 right now. What do you make of this start? Where do you stand?
I think slightly cautious and you can understand why उन्होंने changes करे हैं वैसे to get in Bracewell for the batting and the deck is supposed to be slow as well so they
True.
again want to lay a platform and do the kind of stuff that LSG did yesterday or they did in the previous games where they accelerate. Yes, you can lose a few wickets, but hopefully, as a, by the looks of it, थोड़ा run out का chance लग रहा है मेरे को तो, given the number of calls. But I think they'll have to start going. The thing is, RR won't bowl a lot of pace now. तो KM Asif is the option to attack. और उसमें mistake हो सकता है, which is fair, but वो try करना पड़ेगा. So let's see if Kohli attacks KM Asif. And he has come down.
Oh
Is that
man!
okay?
Again, first ball he attacks, he gets out. That's how Jaiswal's not dropping. Come on, man! How many times? This is the fourth time this season. Fourth time this season.
तो ठीक है but
ठीक है वो but I'm talking. This is. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, is it luck or what? Fourth time this season, the first ball he tries to attack, he gets out.
but
Because he's going too early.
Two of them have been in the first over when he's not even got his eye in.
Not that. I'm not counting them. I'm counting others. I'm talking about against Delhi. I'm talking about against KKR now today, and I'm forgetting one more. This is the problem with this approach. And now I don't know who to this send in. Like the obsession with playing Rawat at 3. Oh man, it's killing me.
If I was there, I would have sent Mahipal Lomror, but I think Maxwell's
gone. Maxwell's fine. In fact, what do you guys make of the changes? Let's first get to that. Bracewell in for Hasranga and Panel in for Hazelwood. What do you make of that?
हमारी वीडियो सुन के ये सारे चेंजेस हुए
हैं.
So we have already spoken about it last night.
वैसे माइक हसन हमें Instagram पे follow तो कर रहे तो क्या पता एक आध मतलब वीडियो देख भी लिया.
चलो next time when they make, I just hope whenever a team management listens to our video and takes that suggestion, they should give us due credit.
Yeah, we'll just assume they've heard it from us and they've started.
But yeah, good changes.
Yeah.
And on this track, those changes could work. I was surprised, like Nikhil tweeted, I was surprised with Parnell playing, honestly. I mean, if they had to play Parnell by dropping Hazelwood, then they might have played or stuck with Hasranga. Because I don't see how Parnell really makes a difference. I know they probably played Parnell for that, maybe that left arm angle and that matchup against Joss Butler, but I doubt if the ball is going to swing in an afternoon game. If it was an evening game, I would have understood. But yeah, that's the That's what I feel.
And Sandeep did get to move the ball. I mean, did get the ball to move a bit in the first couple of overs. But that'll be interesting to see how Panel goes about his business, because I don't think he's done much of note for RCB. And even I felt Hazelwood they could have just stuck with him. He is a proper. Oof, what just happened? Yeah, he is a top-notch T20 bowler as well. Yeah, he is coming off an injury, so maybe it's the niggles and all of that, which is what Pranav Anand also says. Hasranga and Hazelwood both have niggles, right? That's why the changes. I don't think Faf mentioned that, did he? We did not hear the
But
toss.
the news going around is that both of them have injury concerns, and but again, we
okay.
never know how much of it
Exactly.
is whatever. So
Are they those injury concerns which the Indian team management uses? I mean, was the key operative word niggle here?
no clue.
Anyways, Akshit meanwhile says, Paji, what's up? Predict the MVP today.
Gut feeling says Max Bracewell could be that. It's just the gut feeling, but I am inclined to go towards Chahal.
Interesting. I mean,
Yeah,
Maxwell has 8 overs of spin to face. Let's see how he goes. Chahal has had his number quite a few times before, both in the IPL and international cricket.
Yeah, but again, what we were discussing in that Impact show, that sometimes Maxwell has had to come in with too much to do, right? Again, I think he'll have to. He can't take much time. Not that his style allows for it, but this is not an easy pitch to just hit through the line. There is a decent grip. There would be turn as well when Chahal comes in, and this is not the shortest ground either. There are big pockets of the boundary, so would be interesting how it goes.
Yeah, in fact, if I'm not wrong, square boundaries are just 66 meters and the straight boundaries are the longer ones, they're 78 meters. So ideally, they should be targeting your sweeps and
Babura was right. This was always on the card. Kohli not in good form, and also Jaipur is the worst scoring ground for Kohli in the IPL. Yeah, and which is why when I looked at the numbers on cricket.com app, I dropped him from my fantasy team today. It was it backfired in one of the games.
Oh, shot, boy! He's picked the bones of that ball. Wow, that's a great shot, and that's a great end to the over. 11 runs off it. But Maxwell's entry point today, he came in when the score was 50-1 at the end of 7 overs. Would you call that a bad start? Or would you call that? Would you call the entire situation as something?
It's an average start. It's not bad. It's not good, because it could have easily. They could have easily, reached a run rate of 8. Tried to at least, but again, like Nikhil mentioned, it was understandable because of lack of batting depth and the kind of bowling also, because Zampa bowled 2 overs of spin in the power play.
There were 4 overs of spin in total in the power play. Chahal, Ashwin, 2 of Zampa. True.
So when that was going to happen, Kohli being 18 of 19 is not something which was not predictable. So yeah, it's a decent start. It's a start which makes sure that a collapse is avoided in the power play. Like, you are not losing the game in the power play itself. For a team like Bangalore, it is very important because they have found themselves to be getting too far behind in the game in the power play itself. We saw that versus Mumbai. It was Maxwell's brilliance which ensured that they were still up to the mark, but it still leaves a lot to do for Maxwell and Faf, or Maxwell and whosoever is left to bat. So Bangalore can't afford to go 2 down in the power play every time.
Fair. And just taking that Maxwell point forward, next, अगर आपको याद होगा पिछले मैच में आपने कहा था कि when Maxwell starts with a 6, third ball पे आप छक्का मारा. So where do you see this headed? As an
6 it was a 4, and that to get off the mark. So he did not use that to get off the mark. So let's see. ये ओवर में मेरे को लग रहा है चांस.
Was there an edge there?
No, it wasn't.
No. पर मेरे को लगता है ये ओवर में एक चांस आएगा.
हाँ, ये तो वाइड फेंकने वाला है. It's like वो जैसे भोगले साहब कहते हैं, he's already telegraphed it to everyone. Wide outside off loop करके डालेगा. Meanwhile, Raghuvansh Shao, that sounds like a new name. Hi Raghuvansh, if you've not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And this goes for everyone else as well. Please, you guys know the drill. Like we've always said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends. And Raghuvansh, also let us know where are you from, who do you support, and who do you think is winning the game today. And make sure you predict what RCB is going to end up with at the end of the first innings. A lot of cool merch to be won there. So just taking his comment there, Virat is not a T20 batter anymore. I know he doesn't need to prove anyone, but why doesn't he work on his strike rate, especially against spinners? Frustrated as a fan. Nix, you can probably start with that. What do you think? I mean, we've spoken about this before, but yeah, sure. Just for Raghuvansh.
See, I think every batter after a point of time knows where things are getting hard for him, and they try to find a way. Kohli's solution to it so far has been to go harder at pace and then look to rotate versus spin. Now, the only challenge or problem with that is teams are now. See, the thing with batting is you are always, of course, reacting. Hey, sorry,
Dude,
acha, sorry.
man, what shot is that?
Proper
What is
swing.
that shot, man?
Very
ये बीपी बढ़ा के ही जाएगा ये मतलब बंदा यार ऑफ पे मारना यार रिवर्स बीपी खेली ये क्या कर रहा है
Bangalore have two
Any-
games after this, right?
Yeah.
We need to somehow bring in that innovation that I've been talking about.
Yeah, but before sorry to cut you there आप
Yeah.
कह रहे थे yeah about Kohli
Yeah,
and
so see, when you're always reacting, you have to be able to find a way कि भाई ठीक है, this is the matchup that I will take on, even if it's not in my favor. And when you see, the thing is, it's also about the team that he's playing with. With RCB, he knows that he can't get out, so he's batting one way. But the problem is, you'll have to find a way to keep the strike rate up. We've said this time and time again कि आप 190, 110 पे मत जाओ. You'll have to find a way to go at 130, 140. Up 140, 130 feet, you don't have to take a risk every
was
ball.
that in the gap
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
a shot boy that's an excellent shot बस यही करना है भाई ऑफ पे मारना है
Yeah.
I'd say even 120 would work given how Virat
gears
is,
are against
is,
pace.
is going at is going at 150 plus versus pace. So even 120 can work given how the other how the entire batting lineup of RCB is there. But yeah, see, I don't think that he's not trying. I think he's trying, but I think there might be a problem with his method because what I've seen is that in ODIs he still doesn't try to muscle the ball. He looks to time it, and just on that, trying to time the ball, he's been able to do much better than what he's been able to do in T20s. A classic example is that in that Asia Cup that he played, or that or the series that he played post that Asia Cup. When he scored that 71st century, he wasn't really looking to muscle spinners. He was still looking to time it. He hit a very good six of Zampa in that Hyderabad T20 because again he was looking to time it. He was not looking to muscle it. So I think what the pressure to increase that strike rate is only harming him more because he's looking to muscle it. If he probably looks to time it or just find the gaps, he might just do slightly better than what he's doing right now because I believe right now his strike rate against spin in this IPL is below 110. I think if he just looks to time it and find the gaps, it could go up to 120 or 125. And you take 120, 125 with Kohli because then it also means that his average against spin will go up. Right now, in the process to hit it hard, I think he's sometimes manufacturing his own dismissals against spin.
And also just taking the Kohli's game versus spin, taking that point forward, would it help? I mean, of course, Faf has done tremendously well against spin, but if they probably had a spin hitter at the other end, then that would have gone a long way in sort of papering over the cracks, to say the least. It's not a permanent solution. It would have at least been a decent quick fix. Duplessis has done well, I mean, to his credit, but it's still not good enough simply because both have traditionally struggled against spin, simply put. So that's where I felt someone like I mean, ideally a Patidar, but I don't want to sound like a broken record and keep bringing that point up again and again. But anyone else, even Rawat for that matter, if he actually had that game in him to be able to, attack spin, which clearly hasn't shown so far. I would love to be proven wrong. But from the other end, if there at least was a spin hitter, then don't you think that would have gone a long way in also helping Kohli's own game?
No, but again, they've not used Lomror
Exactly.
or even Suyesh Prabhu this IPL. I mean, I spoke this during the last watch along of RCB game that if you are retaining the likes of Suyesh Prabhu Desai Lomro or Rawat before the season. I can understand Rawat struggling, you not having enough confidence in Rawat, but that is also not the case because they're playing Rawat ahead of Suyesh Prabhu Desai.
And Shahbaz for that
So
matter.
if you're playing, if you still retain these three cricketers and then you played someone like Kedar Jadhav ahead of Suyesh Prabhu Desai, then it doesn't really make any sense to me. So yeah, I mean, some of the problems are due to what they did in the squad construction during the last auction, not this auction, because Patidar was also a replacement player. He was not bought in the auctions, and then they have compounded those problems by not able to figure out that what is it that they eventually want at number three, or who do they want to bat at number three.
Fair points, those. And yeah, I hope RCB is just sort of start, taking more. Showing more intent now. 9 over 72, not a bad start, close to 8. 9.1 over 72, close to 8. Meanwhile, our Earth is best says, I think Virat Kohli is not trying to smash the ball. Arey yaar, matlab, it's easy for all of us to say that. Like Paji mentioned, maybe the right way of going about it is to just time the ball and not really force just, oh, that was a hittable ball. At least that's what I felt. But is that in the gap? Oh, wow, man. Didn't see that coming. Maxi starting off strong. Meanwhile, Anirudh Suresh says Kohli should give half his salary to Maxwell, to be honest. I would actually go a step further and say entire salary. But yeah, sure, why not half? To begin
so
with,
then
at least.
that way RCB will have to give a lot of money to Kohli and vice versa. But anyways,
Exactly.
let's
Yeah,
not let's not
yeah,
get there. I think Paji summed it up very well that see, after a point of time, it has to do with the resources that you have as well. Could they have opened with Bracewell instead of Faf? I don't think so. So the thing is, when you get a side with such people, where something that I will not use the word that Paji loves, that is Delhi, you have too many people wanting to bat in the power play. So feel it will not work out eventually.
fair point that. Meanwhile, Luffy says, sorry, you want spin hitter, then why did you let go lot? यार वो 4 साल पहले था भाई. I still don't get it.
You also
How
let go of
did you-
Moeen Ali. You could have
Huh?
opened with Moeen Ali.
I know. To be honest, that if more than Shivam Dubey, it's Moeen Ali. Oh man, that's should have been dispatched. Either ways, more than Shivam Dubey, it's Moeen Ali's. Letting go of Moeen Ali, that sort of hurt me a bit because after 2020, I still remember RCB sort of after the Maxwell buy in all those videos, they were like we needed a spin hitter in the middle of us. भाई मोइन अली था तुम्हारे पास. मोइन अली था वहीं पे था उसको 1.6 crores दिया था. You had a bargain buy right there.
And Moeen Ali didn't have a bad season in 2019. He did
and
decently.
2019, he consistently, in whatever games he got, he did decently, more than decently, to be honest. Is that in the gap now? Okay, no. Why is the okay? So that's for sure. It was Moeen Ali's sort of drop that I felt could have been done away
Shivam
with.
Dubey one is a comment which is based on a lot more hindsight.
Exactly.
Because Shivam Dubey was with RCB in 2020 and 2019. Yeah, 2019 and 2020. And by then, I don't think he had developed as much as what he has developed in recent times. Though, again, it's arguable that did Bangalore use Dubey the way he should have been used? That's something which is
I think
debatable.
where I feel that Chennai also get better of people as compared to other teams is they don't want the people to be somebody else. We've talked about this in the past as well, that they are not asking Shivan Dubey to go after pace. The problem with sometimes with franchises, you put a player there and tell them, now play like a number 4. But he's not a number 4. You have to send him, tell him that you just take on this matchup. If this matchup is not bowling, you rotate the strike, give the other guy the ball. Or if the ball is there, then you go after it. So I think that's where the clarity of role and the clarity of thought is very, very important. And which is why some people go and do better at different venues because that's their only job. You are not expecting them to be somebody else. So again, that's where RCB have faltered. I think they've tried too many people everywhere. And at the end, there is no clarity. Even for the youngster, that what do I need to do to grow? What is my fixed role in this side that, okay, this is my role with RCB and this is what I have to do every day and out. Every day in, day out. So sometimes it feels it's very fixed for something like a Siraj or a Harshal Patel. But is it fixed for Shahbaz Ahmed? I don't know. Is it fixed for Suyesh Prabhu Desai? I don't know. They give them chances, but they back out also very early.
And this is the problem I've had this season. Last season, they did that well. They gave long ropes. They were consistent with all of that. This season, Shabaz has been dropped. Lombror, after scoring a 50 at number 3, has been demoted to number 5 and then number 6 in the next 2 games. And then after that, Anuj Rawat. Like out of nowhere, he comes in.
See, here's the thing. It's always easy to back players and carry players when you're winning.
Of course.
But when you're losing or when you're not sure, that a classic example is that Delhi have used 23 players of their squad out of 25. Even Lucknow has done that. 23 players out of 25.
Who are the 2 remaining? Ngidi and Oswal.
Ngidi and Oswal for Delhi. For Lucknow, I have to see who are those, because they've, like, what they did in that game versus Chennai, like they gave a chance to both Manan Vora and Karan Sharma, and then they dropped him after one game, right? So they've had, and like Delhi, Lucknow have also had 5 players batting at number 3.
Yeah. See, but the thing is with Lucknow, the bottom, to wrap up the chat on RCB, my only problem is, or the biggest problem is the lack of trust. If you go to a Kedar Jadhav and then you play him in the 11, immediately as he comes in, there is a problem with you, your process, and your building of the squad construction. You cannot tell that Kedar Jadhav, who was not even part of playing active cricket in this league or anywhere else, that he is better option than the one that you have on bench. It just sums up entirely what's the problem with them.
Fair point that. And also Rasish Tongia, I'm sorry if I'm getting the pronunciation wrong there. Again, seems like a new name. Do let us know where you're from and who are you supporting today, who do you support in general, and make sure you predict what RCB is going to end up with at the end of the first innings, Rasish. He says even CSK and MI had to make a lot of changes last year when they kept losing. Yeah, I'm guessing he's adding on to what Gurkirat said. And in terms of teams sort of sticking to their, squads, during wins. Of course, that's a fair point. And also going back to what Pranav said, he was talking about bigger boundaries and what Mike Hessen had said. That was not a bad shot, but straight to point. Pranav Anand says, when others see bigger grounds, they say more gaps or more boundaries. Yeah, okay. I don't think I've not heard a lot of people say that. While RCB or Hessen said more 1s and 2s, it's a slower pitch, so rotating strike isn't easy either. Pranav, Nix, you start off first before I get in my biases. You start off.
Both things are true.
Okay.
Because on bigger grounds, you will have more gaps. It's
but saying more boundaries, is that true? Like more often than not, bigger.
No, you may not get more 6s, but if the outfield is good enough, you can get enough 4s.
But would you associate, say, a ground like MCG with more boundaries? Is that the case? Like, would you say, okay, there's a bigger ground, so I'm getting more boundaries here? Or would you say, okay, there are more opportunities to run the 1s and the 2s and the 3s? Like, that's how I would look at it.
MCG, even in terms of being a big ground, has a lot of is an exception, because some boundaries are 75 plus 80 meters.
Correct.
It's not something that is usual.
No, I was just using that as an example. But Nix, what do you think? Like, just bringing you into this conversation.
As Padi said, there are 2 things. One is how you want to look at it and what your players are capable of. I'll give you an example of yesterday's game. Prabh Simran and David Warner both hit the same number of boundaries at Mohali. It is a boundary hitting ground. It's not a 6 hitting ground to say, but it is a boundary hitting ground. So every ground like Eden Gardens has a great outfield. So it is a boundary hitting ground. It is a small ground, but if you get the gap, you still get the boundaries. The thing with 1s and 2s is, as you said, it is about your team and how it is shaping up. Virat and Faf tried to take more 1s and 2s in the power play, where they could have targeted more boundaries, so that the 42 for 0 is 56 for 0 or 60 for 0 without taking much risk. And that's why you have your most experienced players up top. If you use something like a Bracewell and others, and they are also 42 for 0, trying to hit more boundaries but not rotating, you are still ending with the same score as a Virat and a Faf. So I think it's not a direct black and white that, okay, this hai to ye bhi hai. Both are true. It's about where you are playing, how you are playing, and what is your composition of your side. And Jaipur again is a good boundary hitting ground. So you don't have to hit in the air, but if you get the gap, you definitely get more 1s and 2s, but you also get boundaries.
Yeah, that's what I'm coming to. Also, more gaps is if you think of in terms of geometrical angles, right? If you have greater area to cover, it's also very difficult for you to cover, because if you find the gap, like Nikhil said, and the outfield's decent enough, He was gone. He was dismissed to Ashwin pretty much like this in Bangalore on the last ball of his spell. But yeah, so if you think of Sydney, right, in Australia, now Sydney is a decent sized ground and it has a very good outfield either as well. So if you are able to find the gaps, you get boundaries.
Oh, that's a great effort there.
Even Hyderabad, if you it's a big
Fair.
ground, but if you find the gaps, you get the boundary because outfield is good enough.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question ki run score. I mean, I'm not saying run scoring is impossible.
Yeah.
For some reason, maybe then I might have. I mean, the sample. I mean, I more often than not, I've heard bigger boundaries. So usually you get deep pockets where you can place the ball and get your 2s and 3s and whatnot. That's usually what I've heard. But yeah, of course, both both of you said, a lot of nuances involved. Nothing is black and white in cricket, just like any other sport. Meanwhile, Luffy says it's a blessing in disguise for RCB that Maxwell is consistent. Otherwise, season could have been worse. That
See,
blessing
he
in
hasn't.
disguise.
Somesh will give you the exact average as well, where he'll take out a few innings and tell you what his average
He
was.
got Jaipur today. So today
Ah.
Jaipur will be taken out because he's
No, but
Ah.
like I said, when we were discussing our impact show, and it's something that it's a video that we have put out today on our Twitter as well. 450. He's among the top 10 players in the impact players list. If you were to ask for 450s from a Shikhar Dhawan, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, or David Warner, KL Rahul in 11 games, and if they would have given you that, you would have been happy because 450s in 11 games, it's not easy to get it, even if you are not even if you're not going at a very high risk or if you're just batting normally at a strike rate of 135, 140, because there are bowlers who will get you out. There are situations there sometimes you also get your execution wrong, and if Maxwell gives you that while going at a strike rate of 180 plus and resurrecting the innings after coming into bat with team being 2 down for a score of under 30, you'd have to say that he's done his job more often than not. If the team doesn't get the results, it's not down to Maxwell, it's down to the others not stepping up, because a player like Maxwell, if he gives you 550s in 14 games, which is something that he also did I think in 2021,
Yeah,
you can't really ask for more.
true. And Maxwell, in that sense, talking about the role clarity point that Nick mentioned earlier, with Maxwell, RCB did get that spot on because he'd struggled previously simply because more often than not he was being
RCB's
pigeonholed.
RCB's role clarity with overseas players has always been good. If you
Fair,
think
okay.
of it,
I
their
would argue
overseas.
with that. Yeah.
So, but yeah,
That's
let's see. Sandeep is back for his third
Yeah, and which is so you think they'll be going ahead with 4
game
overs
of it.
spin at the death?
I think 2 of Chell, 2 of KM.
Oh wow.
So Maxwell to
Okay,
go Jai Mata
interesting.
Di now.
And I was just looking at how RCB has done this innings. So against Pacers, they've scored 25 for 1 in 4 overs, and against spin it's 61 for 0 in 8 overs. So if anything, against Pacers they've been a lot more slower than compared to spin. Of course, some of it has to do with how Maxwell started, but even then, also goes to show that the surface is a bit tricky. It's
Yeah.
not as simple. So just taking Piyush.
They also faced, so playing 4 overs of spin in the power play also helped, no?
But
That
they
was-
didn't hit much even in the power play against.
I think they took 15 of 2 overs of Zampa in the power play.
Yeah.
And how much did Ashwin and Chahal
Ashwin's
go?
first over went for 3. Chahal's first over went for 5. So that's again 27, 28, 26, 27 runs.
Yeah.
So again, just taking Piyush's comment, even he asks, is it a bad pitch or just defensive batting by RCB? Again, a bit of both.
It's neither.
Oh,
I
okay, he
won't
says
say-
neither of both. Okay.
See, I don't think that RCB are batting defensively by design.
Yeah.
I think Rajasthan's bowling well. They are also like how if you look at the field that Sandeep Sharma has right now.
Ball.
One, he's nailing his Yorkers, and he's making the batters hit towards the longer pockets with enough protection. So there is that, and the pitch might have some hold on it, but it is not out of the ordinarily slow, which is what. So I don't think it's a bad pitch. I think it's a decent enough pitch. 160, somewhere between 160 to 170 should still be made here, and
So that's par according to
that should make for a good chase. Yeah, I'd say 170 would be a good game. 170, 160. If Bangalore get 160, Rajasthan will be happier side.
Oh wow, man, that's a shot, boy.
Shot.
Thank you, Maxi. Thanks for that. And meanwhile, Raghavan Shah, you made my day, man. He said subscribed. I just subscribed. Just came across your channel, and your understanding of the game and analysis is good. Thanks to analysts like Paji and Nix. I live in Goa. Support RCB. Welcome to the group, man. And it upsets me to see them not back Suyash. Oh wow, of course. There's a bit of local flavor. They go in flavor there. Yeah, man, I
Just
understand
one
Suyash.
thing, not just because of me and Nikhil, but our entire team.
Yeah.
There are those who are giving us the stats. They also
True,
do.
true.
It's just that we are more on the screen, but we also have
Yep.
to rely on them to give us some inputs, some numbers, and whether it is.
Oh, is that in the gap? Yeah, it is, I guess. Is that a 4? Yeah, that's a 4.
Both the Anirudhs.
Yeah,
Akshay
shout out,
himself-
dude, shout out to
Akshay
everyone.
himself is very good. So is Pramod. I'm a Shubh is there. I hope I'm not missing any out.
There's Akash, of course.
Hardik. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that everyone's good. It's not that it's only because of the two of us. Everyone is contributing and they're doing their bit. So that's what that's what is making all of this click together. And
Definitely.
hopefully it can continue till the World Cup at least.
Let's hope. And just to take KV's comment, Shaunak, RCB has the worst scouting team. A new team like LSG is doing great in scouting players like Mohsin, Yash Thakur, Badoni, Prerak, etc. Bhai, Mohsin is not scouted by them. Prerak is not. You can't call Prerak Mankat scouting. A lot of people have been screaming on top of their voices saying he deserves.
Even Vishnu Vinod is not.
Yeah, exactly. Sanjay Manjrekar saying who's this new kid? It's
Yash
still.
Thakur was known
Yeah.
coming into the auction
Exactly.
because of what he had done in Syed Mushtaq Ali. He had
Correct.
done very well in the death overs. If I'm not wrong, he had an economy of 6.4.
He done well across all phases.
So he done well. So scouting is finding players. Say someone like a Suyash Sharma is a scouting product. Someone like a Nehal Vadera who's not played any
Much, yeah.
T20 cricketer, any professional T20 cricketer at all is a scouting product. Raghav Goyal is a scouting product. Avinash Singh that Bangalore have in their squad is a scouting product. Umran Malik when he was in when he played his first season in 2021 was a scouting product. Some of these some of the players are not scouting products. Some of them have just earned it through consistent performances in domestic cricket. And if you do consistently well, franchises will take notice. Whether you will get decent enough chances after getting picked, that is something which no one can say will happen or will not happen, because again it's so much down to how the teams are constructed and which franchise do they end up in.
It's a very common misconception. People think that if someone's making if someone's not played enough IPL, then yeah, it's a scout. I mean, it's the scouting team's find or something like that. Like Paji mentioned, of course, not everything is a scout. Not every player who's not played much IPL before can be said as having been scouted by the team. Meanwhile, Vignesh M says Kohli was at least successful against spin in the World Cup, mainly because of the pitch conditions and the pace and bounce. Even the spinners get there. Even his strike rate against spin was high in Bangalore. High.
I mean,
okay.
it's a point which can be
Sorry.
said has contributed to it, because pitches in Australia don't have enough grip. We have seen so many players who come from the
Big
BBL
dash, yeah.
do well against spin, even against Rashid. In like someone like Darcy Short, he's able to do well against Rashid in the BBL, but outside of the BBL, he struggles versus spin. So tracks
Shot,
are
boy, that's an excellent shot. That from Maxi. Wow, straight behind the side screen. Sorry, Gurkirat, you were saying.
So I mean, what Vignesh is saying about pitches is a contributing factor for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah, but that's a case with every player, right? It's not like this is something specific to Kohli. Every player, especially, that's the beauty of IPL. You have to adapt. You have pitches that sort of assist spin. You have surfaces that assist pace and all of that. It's all adaptability is the name of the game. And unfortunately, oh man, come on,
He's broken the stuff down.
shit, that should have been a 6. I don't know why did he go.
Bhai, 4.
Yeah, I know he should have attempted a 6 is what I'm saying. I'm not saying this ball.
Yeah, ball could have then gone under.
No,
his pad and
that
disturbed the
no.
stumps.
Arey yaar, full toss tha
You're
yaar.
too greedy. अरे but वो it was a
Full
dipping.
toss था.
The ball was dipping so much.
हाँ लेकिन full toss था फिर भी. Meanwhile, AA says he's adding on to what KV said. I don't think RCB scouting is a problem. They just don't give these young players enough chances to succeed. That has been the case this season for sure. I agree with you. Lomror, for instance, like I mentioned before, unfortunately, after scoring the 50, he's not gotten a consistent run at number 3. Meanwhile, someone like Anuj Rawat, he's been given 3-4 games despite not having done anything of note. Shabaz, he's nowhere to be seen. Last season, he won a couple of games, by himself. Today, this season, he's nowhere to be seen. And apparently, Sanjay Bangar went on to say that, he's not lived up to their expectations or something on those lines.
But I don't think he got enough opportunities even in the games that he was playing to say that he didn't. But I don't know what were the expectations anyway. But a question for both of you. 4 overs, none for 33 from Ashwin. Good spell or a bad spell?
I wouldn't.
Just another Ashwin spell while bowling first. Keeps the runs down, makes them take the risk from the other end, and all the shots that were hit were good balls. I mean, I'll take it in a lineup that has enough aggressive options with KM for the end, Chahal, Zampa. I'm not looking at 2-3 wickets from Ashwin. I'm looking for control, and apart from the last over, it is fine. I mean, can't ask for more.
Yeah, what I also think has happened is that I think only on a couple of balls has Ashwin erred on the fuller side, and
Yeah,
Maxwell has made him pay for it. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
So
it's
Meanwhile, Sanjay Bharti Sarvanan, he asks, can you say Patirana is scouting? Yeah, that is scouting for sure. In fact, is that like sort of CSK's first ever scouting product? Like, CSK is not usually associated with scouting. Matlab, of course, players find form, find their, mojo,
but
as they say.
I think someone like Prashant Solanki can be said because
Yeah.
he's not played enough domestic cricket.
But he's not played much for CSK as well, right? He's yet to play.
So sometimes you can get players like Avinash Singh is an example. Sometimes you can get players purely for the future value they'll bring, and you look at them developing and then play them when you feel that they've developed. Because
Prashant been with them for 3 years. 2021 season he was there. I know this is his third season.
Yeah. And again, they didn't play Rajvardhan
Hangarkar. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's scouting.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's scouting. What I'm saying is that it never looked like they were going to play him, because for an under-19 player, that jump from under-19 cricket to IPL can be very difficult. So for the fact that he started the first game was surprising for me, given how Chennai never look to rush players in like that. But yeah, I just think sometimes team can get players, but not necessarily play them in that season and just look at them for the next season or future developments.
I'm sorry, yaar, but I don't know. I'm guessing it's because it's the RCB fan in me that sort of wants to bring this up. CSK अगर ये करता है तो they are giving players time. सोमेश has already said कि ये क्या अविनाश सिंह को इतना मतलब बड़ा चढ़ा के बोले लेकिन अब तक खिलाया नहीं है.
नहीं, but
I'm not saying you. So
that is something you have to pick with Somesh. But I think not playing Avinash Singh is the right call.
Exactly, I agree.
Because for an express pacer who's not played any professional cricket, it's very difficult to come in and play straight away. I think why also Surya Sharma played the number of matches he did was because there is a complete absence of pace bowling options. Like the pace bowling options that KKR have are more of namesake than anything else. More of namesake than anything else. Barring Harshit Rana doing well in a couple of games, and in the games that they've played Vaibhav Arora as well, they've not given him enough bowling.
Yeah.
So it was down to them realizing, and again, it's easier for a spinner to be blooded in because of the greater control. We saw that with Bishnoi also when he was in Punjab, that he played very few players. Spinners are one of those players, or from those category of players who you can play straight away from a lower level of cricket to a higher level, because control is not an issue with them. And Bishnoi was also a good fielder. So Avinash Singh, even if he doesn't play this season and RCB retain him,
is that a wide or did it hit him?
I think it's a wide. I think it's fine if they don't play Avinash Singh.
Yeah, that's been my stance.
Which is why I also think that Delhi buying Vicky Oswal last season was good, because I liked what I had seen for them. And even if Delhi had not played Yash Dhul this season, I would have said it's fine. Because there are a lot of people who come with the value for the future. Now Finn Allen in RCB is also similar example. You don't want to let go of Finn Allen, even though you know you will not use him, because you don't want other teams to become strong as well.
Just a second, I'll have to cut you there. Irfan, oh, shot, yeah, that's a shot. And that's his 50, right? Yep. That's yet another 50 for Faf. Consistent Duplessis. Oh, man. I've lost count of how many 50s. Is this a 6th, 7th? Yeah,
7th, I think
whatever
7th,
it is.
50.
And it's great to see him. I hope he gets more runs against pace now. Irfan, I'm guessing, Nix, this is for you. Why are you wearing an RCB jersey and supporting RR? Yeah, when did he support RR though?
No, in that last KKR game.
So
he was
I
there.
have won 3 jerseys so far, and I have more IPL jerseys. I just thought because the tournament is ending, why not use their jersey while they play? So in the second innings, I'll have RR jersey. This is where it is. See, I have it here with me. अब दोनों एक साथ तो सिला के नहीं पहन सकता तो
half वाली वो.
हाँ नहीं इतना भी वो टाइम पे तक अब तक नहीं पहुंचा हूँ लाइफ में तो लेट्स सी.
Uvneet Singh. Again, sounds like a new name. Hi, Uvneet.
No, he's been there.
All right, my bad. Gurkirat, as a DC fan, do you think next year we have a chance with Pant coming back and 2 to 3 good buys in the mini auction, or do we need a mega auction and an overhaul, according to you? So, yeah.
इस question में सबसे hurtful part पता कौन सा है?
क्या?
As a DC fan. Next season, I might just stop associating myself as a DC fan. But see, even if Pant was there, Delhi were not qualifying this season. This team did not have middle order options at all. So Pant not being there amplified their issues versus spin. They had a lot of issues to begin with. They did not qualify last season as well. So, but yeah, I don't think they need a mega auction. I think they need to let go of half the players that can bat in the top 3. Because they have apparently 9 or 10 options to do that. So they need to let go of that. They need to get another Indian keeper, and that keeper who they get, they should look at that keeper as an investment for 2 years.
Oh man.
So
same man. What is do we call it the Kohli effect? Just when he started to accelerate and he's
no,
gone.
it is not the Kohli effect. It just tells you how. Okay, let's just take.
Yeah,
this.
we'll take the stat. Most 50+ scores for Faf in an IPL season. This is the most he scored. 7 this season, 6 in the 21 season for CSK, and 4 in 2020. Yeah, so the last 4 seasons he's been in a purple patch, so to say. Yeah, just going back to
this is not the Kohli effect. This is why sometimes there is criticism of anchor batting from the outside, because it is not always it's not always possible to make up for slow starts, because of just the nature of the game is how how fine the margins are. And I'm not saying that what Faf did today was poor or he did not play a good innings, but this is what happens when you don't have enough batters. Even someone like Faf du Plessis, who has a lot of gears, who has a good enough range, he also can't bat in the 4th, 5th gear. And even though Faf had finished with a strike rate of 158 in the last game, what he was doing in the last game was also a sort of anchoring, because on that pitch he could have easily ended up with a strike rate of 170, 175, even if he had started aggressively from the beginning and taken his chances right throughout. But because he knew that he had to stay till the end and finish, he couldn't do that. It's just that because it was a strike rate of 150 plus, people didn't understand that he was also doing a dynamic anchor kind of a role. So yeah, it's not the Kohli effect. It's just how high risk sometimes anchoring can be, and the point is there is no other way but to take that risk because lack of batting
I
options.
agree, and just to be clear, I wasn't blaming Faf there. What I was trying to get at is this has been a very Kohli-esque innings. That's what I was trying to say. Maybe I got the wording wrong.
No, not
wrong.
But again, this is exactly how he got out versus Green in Mumbai. Just when you wanted him to get into the 2nd, 3rd gear.
Yeah,
so that's what happens with the anchors.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, again, it's a high risk, high reward approach. So इसीलिए कुछ कर नहीं सकते. So what, 119 at the end of the 15th over, 2 wickets
my
down.
Prediction. Let's.
Oh yeah, of course, guys. We're now closing down the prediction contest. Before the next ball is bowled, in case you guys haven't still sort of gotten your predictions in, make sure you have your predictions
172.
in. 172 says Gurkirat. Next, what do you think?
बाप रे 172 50 तो यार बननी चाहिए. मैक्सवेल खेलेगा तो लेट्स गो विथ 178.
मैंने 182 बोला था सेकंड ओवर में एंड हार्दिक said 157 and Somesh said 167. 5 overs to go, 2 overs of pace, 3 overs of spin. How are you seeing RR go sort of structure? I mean, going about the death. Like, who do you think bowls
Chahal,
now?
Zampa
Okay.
bowls now, so he bowls out. Then Chahal came, Chahal
Sandeep.
and Sandeep.
Okay. Gurkirat, agree with that, or you see it happening differently?
No, it's going to pretty much go like that. I just want to know, do you guys think it's the right move to send Lomro instead of Bracewell?
Out हो गया.
Man. He was supposed to do this, but he can. I mean, that's fine.
Oh,
Gets out second ball. But he was brought in to do that. It's fine. I'm guessing Bracewell comes in now. I can't blame him for lack of it. That was exactly what he was told to do. He gets out.
you'll blame.
But then
You'll blame.
It's not
Go
his
ahead.
best usage यार. It's
That though I agree with. इसीलिए तो मैंने पहले भी बोला था नीचे
Which
खिला
is
के
why
क्या करो.
when Kohli was dismissed, I felt that maybe it was the
True. That's what even I felt, but ठीक है अभी क्या करेगा. That's what he was sent in. He didn't do it, and that's not really his game as well. Either ways, it's time to make a couple of substitutions.
Wow.
120 for 3 at the end of, at 15.1. Let's hope someone gets their predictions in. Next, see you in the second innings. Paji, see you in the second innings as well. Let's hope someone gets their prediction right.
I also hope whosoever replaces me has a chance to speak.
Wow.
कुछ नहीं इतना बड़बड़ करके.
Yeah, so we are back. Actually, someone did get their prediction right about Virat Kohli's score.
Oh,
And we have the name on the group.
All right.
If you want
Let's
to give him a
yep.
shout out,
Definitely.
him, her.
Let's get the
making
name
things more
first.
easier for
Let's get
Chahal
the
and
name
DK.
first.
Oh, sorry, Zampa.
What's going on? Oh, DK.
Oh man.
Why
Why is Bray? Oh.
Perfect.
All right,
Perfect for Chahal.
Yeah, first ball पे लेके खत्म करो भाई. Yeah, Prince KW. He correctly predicted that Kohli will score 18. यार.
See, this is why
let's give Prince his
Prince
due
KW
share.
a huge shout out. Do get in touch with us. Just share your details with us on Twitter. We'll make sure we'll send the merch across. Let us know what merch you want in the mid-innings week. We'll also show you what merch is available and all of that. Congratulations once again. Please send me that's out. That's out. अबे दे ना.
भाई किसकी
Rohit Sharma
किसकी
is
तरफ
voting.
मैं RCB की तरफ हूँ. यार दे.
You can also
Wish must
share
go,
this clip
It's
to
not
the
worth it.
social media team so that they can tag.
Exactly.
Prince.
Yeah. Please. Man, he's so handicapped against spin. What's the thinking? 3 overs of spin, 3 overs of leg spin, not even off spin.
This is why
Yeah.
Chahal has so much. So
ये
many-
भंगार अबे भाई भंगार नहीं देखा क्या दिमाग ये गॉन है यार. How is this not out?
क्या पता?
How is this not
Umpire's call
out?
हो
क्या
जाएगा.
umpires call?
Umpire's call हो जाएगा नहीं साइड में शायद.
अबे कहाँ से साइड में umpires call यार? इतना पीछे है वो इतना
Oh,
पीछे
that's gone. Leg stump.
एकदम बगल में स्टंप के बगल में खड़ा है.
यार मैं नहीं चाहूंगा DK आउट हो.
मैं चाहता हूँ ना.
Another fan, I wouldn't want DK to get.
Exactly मैं चाहता
पीछे
हूँ ना.
मसल है.
अरे गॉन है ये.
Plum, that's as plum as it
ये
can
तो-
get.
जा भाई निकल निकल.
Oh, निकल.
भाई क्या मतलब एक तो भाई ये सच्ची में यार ये बांगर ये क्या कर रहा है ये.
Oh, 157.
दिमाग नाम की चीज कहाँ पे रखी है बताओ पहले.
Pretty flawed approach. I mean, अब
फ्लॉड क्या शिटी अप्रोच. नो फ्लॉड मतलब फिर भी कुछ तो सही हो सकता है इसमें कुछ भी. there was no way anything could have been right about this approach. This guy does. I mean, as much as I love DK and trust me I do,
Don't
he
lie.
can't play leg spin. He can't.
He can't play spin.
लेग स्पिन इवन मोर. ऑफ स्पिन तो फिर भी वो मतलब लेफ्ट
Sweep मार देता है.
हाँ कुछ तो कर लेता है. इनके साथ तो कुछ नहीं. हाँ भाई तो शैडो प्रैक्टिस कर बस. डॉक्टर कूल मीनवाइल सेज आउट हियर टू एंजॉय आरसीबी डाउनफॉल. सही है भाई मजे ले लो तू भी. तुम भी मतलब क्या करें अभी.
चलो अभी
So
brace
yeah
करें.
guys, I hope all of you have gotten your predictions in.
मेरे को क्यों लगता है अनुज रावत आएगा?
यार, Ace
बड़ा
is
हद हो जाएगी यार.
This is just plain stupid from RCB's management sending DK ahead of Bracewell. Finally,
Oh,
with 3 overs
the
of
two
spin, it
wells.
was just set to fail. Couldn't agree with you more. I echo those sentiments. क्या मतलब क्या सोच रहे थे? मतलब सच्ची में बता दो क्या सोच रहे थे?
सच में यार मतलब
इतना
no word.
यार
कोई
एक्चुअली वो
logic
नहीं एक्चुअली अनुज रावत को भी भेजता ना
तो भी बेटर
हाँ
होता.
मतलब सब
हाँ यार,
हाँ, ठीक है चलो
कुछ करना है.
हाँ भाई
कुछ
कुछ
तो
तो है.
सोचा.
डीके क्या है लॉजिक? क्या लॉजिक है भाई? मतलब
who's a better whale?
who's a better?
well
Oh भाई साहब, मैक्स और ग्रेस.
उसमें डबल एल है.
इसमें भी तो डबल एल है.
नहीं मैक्सवेल में डबल एल
है
नहीं
है
यार
है भाई. पक्का है. Really है वो. So yeah, guys, please keep your comments coming in, and I hope everyone's got in their predictions in as well. We've closed the predictions at the end of the 15th over. This over just 1 run of the 4 balls so far. Extremely stupid sort of thinking from the RCB management, and I don't know, man. 3 wickets in the last 3 wickets in 4 balls or in 5 balls. That's a huge sort of.
now what if Maxwell gets out?
Good.
मतलब
Can't
कुछ नहीं
blame him.
बचेगा.
तो 157 से can I make it 147?
कर दो, क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है.
यार 157 उनके औकात से बाहर लग रही है.
157 के लिए they'll have to score 35 in the next 4. मुझे 167 तो फिर भी ऑन लग रहा है अभी.
मुझे तो 180 तो भी लगता है.
भाई गया.
अगर मैक्सवेल गया तो फिर तो 157 भी बहुत दूर.
Again, the thing is, I didn't watch much of that New Zealand series where Bracewell made waves. How was he? Like, was he competent or was it just one of those तुक्के वाला innings की हाँ लग गया?
I don't think it was just one innings.
हाँ मतलब वो series क्या 3 मैच series में 2 अच्छा innings.
यार but इंडिया में आके कोई भी पेल के चल जाता है.
इसीलिए पूछ रहा हूँ कि was it Bracewell batting well या was it conditions अच्छे थे, bowling तो काफी मतलब क्या मावी ठाकुर.
यार but जैसा भी हो मतलब this is the best you have.
हाँ वो ठीक है. मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि what do you think of Bracewell the batter? Like is he good enough to play IPL वो standard पे या?
Like
we'll come to know.
Yeah, hitting wise so
ठीक है देख लेते हैं. And we've got a start for you in the meantime. Can someone else stand up? Kohli, Faf, Maxwell have scored 1,326 runs this season at an average of 44 and a strike rate of 155. Meanwhile, the rest of the RCB batting lineup have just 531 runs. That's less than half of
अगर
what
कोहली हट जाता तो उसमें से स्ट्राइक रेट शायद 170 हो जाता.
शायद वो भी पता नहीं है.
शायद तो नहीं, आई एम श्योर 170 होता है. 160 70 तो होता है. देख किसका है, फैफ का 150
बट
प्लस
नहीं यार, कोहली का ओवरऑल स्ट्राइक रेट तो 134 है ना.
हां तो बात दोनों का 170 80 है ना. मैक्सवेल 180 है,
180 है,
फाफ का 160 170 होगा.
नहीं, फाफ का 170 नहीं है.
160
तो होगा यार.
160 and 160 के आसपास 158 is
हाँ ठीक है.
and Maxwell is 180 तो उनका अगर एवरेज आउट करोगे तो 170 हो ही जाएगा ना.
ठीक है. फेयर पॉइंट. कुछ कर ले भाई, मार.
क्यों भाई, रुक क्या मतलब. अबे सेट तो होने दे 2 ओवर उसको. Believe in Bracewell.
Believe in Bracewell. That's all we can do. In the meantime, guys, please keep your comments coming in. How many? 3.4. That's 22 balls more to go. Baburao says, "Don't worry, Akshay. RCB will come back dumber." वो Dumb and Dumber movie मैंने भी देखी.
At this point of time, I mean, I'm in my head, I'm totally certain that RCB's future with Kohli lies with him batting at 506.
I agree.
There's no point. I mean, you're not getting enough out of him because opening is an easier slot. Might as well play a lesser talented player at that spot. So to give him that freedom, because Kohli is like he knows that he can't lose his wicket as well. He doesn't want to lose his wicket because that's how he bats. But
and also with Kohli, I feel he just can't hit spin.
Yeah.
He just cannot hit spin.
And I know, I mean, he's done well.
वाइड मारेगा तो ऑफ पे गैप में भी मार लिया.
है ही नहीं भाई वहां पे.
शॉट
उन्होंने पूरा ऑफ में ही रखा होगा ना, वो ऑफ में सा एज कर लेगा.
डीके वैसे लेग स्पिन आईपीएल से 20
करते ये तो एवरेज गिरता रहेगा, स्ट्राइक रेट गिरता रहेगा. लास्ट टाइम 7.1 था, अभी 5.6. पता नहीं क्या दिमाग वो भाई. फ्रेडी भाई क्या है तेरा क्रिकेट मॉडल, ये बता रहा है.
नहीं बट इस सीजन काफी स्टैटिस्टिशियंस और जो क्रिकेट एक्सपर्ट्स एनालिस्ट सबने काफी फक अप किया
यार. बट वही है ना कि दूर से बोलना बहुत मुश्किल है. हाउ मच ऑफ अ से डू दे हैव इन.
बट जो 2 टीम सबसे ज्यादा चल रही है उनमें शायद बोलोगे जो काफी कम मतलब उनका
नहीं यार, गुजरात का है.
बट वो फिर भी उनका ऑन फील्ड डिसीजंस काफी रहता है, इंक्लूडिंग नेहरा. और like I'm sure Gary
यार वो तो उल्टा
फुटबॉल
टोपी
मैनेजर
पहन के, हाँ वही वो तो उल्टा टोपी पहन के कुछ कर, वो नकल बॉल था क्या? ओके, I didn't know it was a knuckleball. Most ducks in the IPL, that's another stat. DK right on top there with his buddy Rohit Sharma. Yeah, huh? Acha. So, yep, that's another stat for you guys. And Shaunak, if we could just go back to Vikram. Arey, yeah, oh,
shot,
wow!
I shot, yeah, 50 up. Shot.
What a shot, man. And he gets to his 5th 50 of the season. That was Kaisk.
जो ऐसे his numbers outside Chinnaswamy continue to improve.
Last one.
निक्स ने बोला था याद दिलाने के लिए सोमेश को कि मैक्सवेल के बारे में कुछ जयपुर भी हटा दे न्यूज़ में से कि
जयपुर तो रखना
तो
पड़ेगा
इसने
भाई,
like
tough है
52 बनाए 30 बॉल में।
नहीं मतलब जब अच्छा किया तो मैं मान रहा हूँ ना, किया भाई, नहीं कर रहा था तो नहीं कर रहा था भाई, 4 मैच कम थोड़ी
बोला, निक्स ने बोला यार, मैंने कहा
so many players have been dropped after 4 bad innings,
but
बाकी लोगों ने 12 ओवर में 80 रन बनाया।
Irfan says, I just want Avnish Sai, bhai. And Vikramaditya said he would also like to see. यार मैं काफी हूँ, ठीक है, रोना ही है ना, कितने लोगों को रोते होंगे कुछ लोग
is loitering in Chennai at the moment.
Exactly, trying to learn some Tamil and with his
he's moved on to the Thala bandwagon now.
Switch sides.
All right, Akash Agarwal says my wife is saying that Akshay should go and play. कल तो हम लोग खेल के आए भाई, ठीक है,
कल के इसके नंबर्स बताऊं मैं किसी को,
बैटिंग ढंग से किया ना, लेकिन इतना खराब भी नहीं,
उससे तो अच्छा ही क्या होगा, 9 मैच में
इसकी टीम इतना खराब खेली ना कि ये इसके नंबर्स ठीक लग रहे हैं।
सेकंड मैच बैट बॉल दोनों, जो एक मैच जीता था हमने, ठीक है, वो बाद में याद दिलाऊंगा। Akash, I don't know what to say that, given a chance I'd love to go there and make a fool of myself. And again, I've always admitted कि I am an armchair critic. By no means am I saying कि अगर मैं होता तो खेल देता, but ठीक है भाई, I'll take that in jest. AA says this is just plain stupid. हाँ भाई, बोल दिया था पहले, एक और बार इसने बोला है कि हमारे प्रोड्यूसर साहब दिखा रहे हैं भाई,
हमारे प्रोड्यूसर भी गुस्सा है ना
भाई, इतना गुस्सा है,
KKR fan and RCB fan out in the open.
Yeah, Somesh, Akash.
Yeah man, I have to give it to him. Finally he's come good.
यार फाइनली, मतलब 21 में भी चपॉक में उसने,
अरे हाँ भाई 21 2 साल पहले था यार,
22 में भी क्या था, पुणे इज नॉट एंटायरली बैटिंग फ्रेंडली ना। एनीवेज,
मैं कुछ बोल नहीं रहा, मैं बस बता रहा हूँ कि
सेम आई अंडरस्टैंड
जो रियलिटी है, मैं बस वो बोल रहा था, मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि he's obviously यार,
oh that shot man, this shot was really good.
To be honest, मतलब if I have to rely on Maxwell and Livingston in my team, then I will be very worried.
Fair.
Because
तुम्हारे जोकर्स होने चाहिए।
Exactly.
Jokers.
They cannot be your main players like how he is for RCB. के भाई, if you have to go anywhere, you're reliant on Maxwell. If he fails, then you will be below par in every game.
Interesting. 136 or 4, 17 balls to go. Bracewell bhai, to end.
Look at Punjab. I mean, Livingston has hardly done anything apart from that one game where he had that 100-run partnership against Mumbai. But Mumbai ने चेज ही कर डाले थे तो कुछ बचा नहीं. But they've had so many players stepping up कि इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ा.
Exactly.
Now give that sort of player pool around Maxwell and
sorted.
But also with Maxwell, I feel it's about his role in the team, that he's
but ultimately it's that circle now. Why is his role
all in?
God,
why would you try that
much ahead of himself? But ठीक है. Good knock.
Yeah, good knock for sure. But I mean, Sandeep was only going to bowl Yorkers, yaar. Anyways, okay, yeah, good.
Coming back to the Maxwell point, तू बोल रहा है कि Maxwell का यही रोल है. हमको क्वेश्चन ये पूछना चाहिए कि उसका यही रोल क्यों है?
क्यों नहीं होना चाहिए? लेकिन he last 3 seasons he's
इसका ये रोल इसलिए हुआ क्योंकि बाकी कोई है नहीं. अगर बैटर होता तो उसका रोल डिफरेंट होता.
No, they signed him up for this
because they know कि there is a big void.
No, but
is this his role for Australia? No.
But that's the role they've.
अरे वो तो कुछ भी they have assigned, मतलब उनने बहुत लॉजिकल काम नहीं किया उनको उसको ये रोल
अच्छा कर रहा है ना.
और ये ऑप्शन में I'm sure like उस रोल के लिए इसको नहीं लिया होगा.
उसी रोल के लिए लिया था 21 में. वो चिल्ला के बोल रहे थे ना, मिडल ओवर स्पिन हिटर चाहिए, मिडल ओवर स्पिन हिटर, उसी रोल के लिए लिया.
यार एक सिंपल बात बताऊं, उस रोल के लिए लिया होगा. लास्ट ईयर अगर तुम रजत पाटीदार हटा दो और इस साल बिना रजत पाटीदार के बेसिकली वन मोर प्लेयर who can assist him, उसके बिना कुछ नहीं होने वाला. लास्ट ईयर अगर रजत पाटीदार हटा देते तो तुम नहीं पहुंचते.
एक्चुअली आगे भी कुछ नहीं होने वाला, मतलब फ्यूचर ऐसा कुछ खास है नहीं.
क्या बोलूं मैं अभी. Meanwhile, Dr. Cool का वो कमेंट ले लेता है,
Oh.
कोहली प्रिपरेशन फॉर WTC गुड. अच्छा है.
Finally.
भाई मैं तो बस ये प्रे कर रहा हूँ कि जो बचे कुचे हैं वो तब तक फिट रहे. 2 तो ऑलरेडी बाहर हो चुके हैं.
कोहली तो अनफिट का मतलब I don't think will be an issue.
Actually,
हाँ नॉट जस्ट कोहली, बाकी तो क्या
यार मतलब I wouldn't mind चेन्नई क्वालिफाइंग क्योंकि एक ही बंदा उसमें जो खेलेगा.
कौन रहा ने?
जडेजा
है ना.
चलिए आजकल कुछ कर नहीं रहा ना.
कहाँ से बोला मैं. And
यार आरसीबी हाँ एटलीस्ट कुछ तो करे कोहली जाके.
सिराज भी तो है.
वो तो कुछ ना कुछ कर ही लेगा.
भाई देखो बुमराह नहीं है, यू नीड शामी. तो शामी हैज टू बी फिट. शामी आउट हुआ तो फिर
सिराज भी, शामी एंड सिराज बोथ आर इंपॉर्टेंट.
हाँ बट आई मीन
आ गए भाई हमारे, इनको लेना चाहिए WTC.
in terms of consistency, Shami is in red ball is way higher than Siraj at the moment. Because Siraj थोड़ा सा rile up होके he like starts spraying.
Yeah.
हाथ कट का क्या सीन.
अभी 160 भी अगर पहुंच जाए तो अच्छी बात है, बट रावत साहब तो 10 बॉल में 7-8 बना के मस्त नाबाद. वो उनको बस वही चाहिए.
अभी आप अनुज रावत को देखना. When उसकी बैटिंग आने वाले होगे तो वो 2 कितनी तेज भागेगा, और जब सामने वाले के 2 होंगे तो वो कैसे भागेगा. जस्ट ऑब्जर्व.
अरे वो उसने देखा था,
अभी देखो आज फिर देखना ना. जस्ट सी हाउ ही बैट्स.
Oh भाई साहब, what am I seeing?
He has arrived.
Oh my God, what am I seeing?
Leg bites for अच्छा
4 दे दिया भाई बैट से. संदीप क्या कर रहा है?
Such an insult.
Irfan says legend Rawat has arrived, of course, our best batter. देखा inside edge कितना तगड़ा inside edge मारता है बंदा. ये होता
Chinese
है.
cut.
हाँ?
सही मारा.
क्या सही, ये सही मारा.
The old fashioned Chinese cut.
फ्रेंच कट, चाइनीज कट, जो देश का नाम
भाई बैट लगा दिया जहाँ जाए. देख लो उसके बाद.
स्टाइल देख लो बंदे की. फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि वो डबल डिजिट आया नहीं है अब तक इस सीजन में एक बार भी.
एक बार तो आया है.
कहाँ?
एक बार भी नहीं आया.
Oh,
Don't tell me that's 2. I mean 2 fours.
जाएगा
No,
नहीं.
thank God. That's too
अभी
much.
चहल है एक राइट, और
चहल का एक है और आसिफ का एक है.
Oh.
And
2
Yep.
lefties. I think आसिफ डालेगा ये ओवर. चहल will bowl the last. क्यों? दोनों लेफ्टीज हैं. मे बी मतलब कर सकते हो. Nothing to lose. एक आउट हो गया तो फिर
चहल को
अनुराग को डालना क्या ही.
हाँ वही. एंड क्या ब्रेसर भी इतना बड़ा तोप नहीं कि लेफ्टी वो सब ये सब करके क्या.
यहाँ तक कितना 130 143 राइट.
देखा नहीं मैं स्कोर.
तो वहाँ से अब कितना जाएगा? 180.
I mean ब्रेसवेल तोप नहीं. उससे मेरे को एक क्वेश्चन याद आ गया. I mean at this point of time if you have to pick one Kiwi player who is I mean the best T20 player from New Zealand.
कॉनवे
कंसिस्टेंटली वो तो करता है. अग्रेसिव चाहिए तो फिनालिन में भी लाइक ही इज अग्रेसिव
है तो भैया.
बट ये तो रेपुटेशन पिक ही हुआ ना. ऐसा किया क्या इतना प्रूव करने के लिए. तो मैं तो पूरे देश का बेस्ट बोल दो.
फिलिप्स
हाँ फिलिप्स है. या हाउ डिड आई फॉरगेट फिलिप्स.
एक्चुअली मिडिल ऑर्डर में बॉलिंग करता है, फील्डिंग करता है, कीपिंग करता है, सब करता है.
True. Another stat for you guys. Maxwell before RCB strike rate of 154 and average of 22, and after joining RCB strike rate of 35 and an average of a strike rate of 161 and average of 35. Importantly 12 50s and he's got 6.
Oh, 4-1.
Itna. Yep. And yeah, he scored just 650s in the 7 seasons he played, in IPL before joining RCB, and he's doubled that count in just 3 seasons.
जिसमें से 6 में से 3-4 तो उस एक सीजन में आए
That's
होंगे.
definitely a good sign. And also, my bad, I stand corrected on what the winner gets for correctly predicting Kohli's score. I was under the assumption that they'll be given merchandise. It's a 1,000 rupee voucher. So Prince KW, डरना मत. अगर डरे थे तो भाई मच नहीं मिल रहा आपको 1,000 रुपये वाउचर मिल रहा है. ओ भाई सिंगल के लिए
मर्च उससे अच्छा है पर ठीक है.
हाँ वो तो है. So congratulations Prince KW once again for correctly predicting the score that Kohli will end up with 18 today.
Of 19.
He gets of 19 तो शायद नहीं बोला होगा. And yeah, he gets a 1,000 rupee voucher for that. So congratulations once again. And keep predicting, and I hope you also watch our watchalongs. You can also predict what the scores could be, what a team ends up with.
Finally for one.
4 तो हो जाए.
अरे यार
टो एंड था वो.
स्लो मोशन में खेल रहा है मेरे को लग रहा है.
वही टो एंड था
यार. 157 से ऊपर बन जाएंगे शायद. 11 रन 9 बॉल ऐसा भरोसा है. एक तो छक्के मारेंगे.
एज तो हो जाए कम से कम.
क्या देना है.
एज तो होना चाहिए यार.
एज के चौके तो मिलने चाहिए. तो
अब महिपाल लोमरोड क्या कर रहा है इसमें.
यार इमर्जिंग प्लेयर तो जायसवाल जीतेगा. आई मीन कोई जिसमें कुछ शक है
यार. फिर वो स्कैम है मतलब. Oh, shot, bro.
Oh my God!
He's back.
एज का आ गया भाई चौका.
भाई नो बॉल था क्या या
क्यों भाई क्यों?
ना? I'm just optimistically asking, नहीं था क्या?
बट यार अगर जायसवाल जीता तो मतलब रिंकू विल फील
Hard done भाई.
हार्ड डन. मतलब उसका था यार.
यार रिंकू भी लास्ट सीजन ले आना अच्छा खासा खेला.
जयसवाल भी लास्ट सीजन अच्छा खासा खेला पूरा.
जयसवाल ने यार दोनों नहीं बनता है.
To be honest, I would.
शेयर द अवार्ड और गिव इट
No,
टू
I would
बोथ
give
ऑफ
it to
देम.
ध्रुव जुरैल यार.
यार अब वो भी था.
अरे भाई ऐसे ये थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया मतलब.
क्योंकि
अभी
वो
इन दो मतलब he's done
proper
really well.
emerging, yeah.
He's
I
done
think
really well. But इन दोनों के कंपैरिजन में
पथिराना is still like
Oh yeah, that's also a good shout.
क्योंकि वो लास्ट सीजन ज्यादा मैचेस खेला नहीं.
2 ही खेला भाई.
हाँ यार बट तो उस हिसाब से पथिराना
एक
मतलब
सिंगल के लिए इतने अच्छे शॉट मारते हैं.
I mean, what do you think? I mean, should Jaiswal really be eligible for this?
No.
Because he's been around for 3 seasons
exactly.
now.
No.
I feel like if you have played more than 3 or 4 matches तेरे को नहीं रहना
3 or 4 कम है but matches में देखो ना.
चाहिए. नहीं previous season
At least 10 matches से ज्यादा अगर खेल चुके हो तो फिर तो before the season started.
Nice.
बट यार 10 भी यार
अच्छा 2 तो भाग लो.
अब तुम 9 मैच खेले हो लास्ट सीजन. I don't think it is.
कुछ तो एक वो तो बनाना ही पड़ेगा एक क्राइटेरिया.
वो है वो क्राइटेरिया है.
वो तो एज का है और इंटरनेशनल मैचेस का है.
25 मैच का.
क्या आईपीएल का भी था.
आईपीएल का 25 मैच है मेरे ख्याल से.
25 ज्यादा है यार.
और 25 2 सीजन है भाई.
25 मैचेस में तो फिर रिंकू फिर भी नेक्स्ट ईयर भी एलिजिबल रहेगा क्योंकि वो इतना इंटरनेशनल मैच तो
नहीं. बट एक बार अगर जीत जाएगा तो
नहीं 25 आईपीएल मैचेस है. इंटरनेशनल का कुछ
नहीं इंटरनेशनल का भी है.
हाँ इंटरनेशनल का 10 है
आपको ऐसा कुछ तो
बिलो 5 टेस्ट 10 ओडीआईस 15.
नहीं कि शायद कुछ ऐसा है कि इंटरनेशनल खेला ही ना हो. ऐसा
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. 5 बिलो 5 टेस्ट.
या मे बी अनिल यू कैन करेक्ट अस.
I think
अच्छा वैसे
you don't have to. अगर वो बंदा इंटरनेशनल नहीं खेला शायद तभी एलिजिबल है.
No, that's not a thing. You could have played international cricket and still
या
be
फिर
eligible.
कुछ लिमिटेड सेट होगा.
Because
गेल क्या है चिन्नास्वामी में आके किसी का कमला पसंद खाना.
क्या पता यार. मैं तो हंस के पागल हो गया. कपिल देव कहाँ से सीखा होगा आप बताओ. डीएवी
हरियाणा चंडीगढ़ में बहुत है
यार वहाँ पे तो ये एक्चुअली प्रसाद जैसा है.
दम के
यार
करा होगे क्या.
यार उसने बचपन में हमारी बुक में कपिल देव पे एक चैप्टर था कि ही वांटेड टू बिकम अ बस कंडक्टर.
हां याद है
प्रैक्टिस करते बस कंडक्टर के लिए सीखा होगा कि कमला पसंद.
मतलब अलग ही टीम था भाई का.
meanwhile यार शौनक अभी बाबूराव says जियो सिनेमा प्रीमियम मिल सकता है कॉन्टेस्ट विनर्स को.
हमें जियो से स्पॉन्सरशिप दिलवा दो. पक्का.
And also AA says in 2020 RCB had Moeen Ali for 4.5 and they didn't use him. Then they released him and went on to buy Maxwell for 15 for the same role. Shows how stupid their management is sometimes. One correction: Moeen Ali was 1.6 crores, not 4.5.
even more stupid.
Huh?
It's even more stupid.
I know.
इतना सस्ता था तब.
वो तभी हमने we spoke about this. We had a player for that exact role. I don't know. Maybe they trusted Maxwell more या क्या. But I do agree.
दोनों को रखो.
दोनों को रखे दोनों को ABD already था ना. How would you play all three?
ABD को रिलीज कर देना चाहिए था.
हाँ.
कोहली को रिलीज करो.
लेकिन इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर को कहाँ कोहली के वाले.
सिर्फ दे दो भाई क्या.
एंड यार ब्रेसल तो अब तक तो 9 बॉल में 9 सिंगल ही मारा. उसमें से 5 तो एज है.
तो पहला मैच नहीं है.
चौथा या 5वां मैच है.
अच्छा अबे राणा कोहली से तो अच्छा स्ट्राइक रेट है.
विष्णु विनोद नहीं होता. ठीक है.
और ये कोहली से तो अच्छा स्ट्राइक रेट है ना एटलीस्ट.
अबे अभी आउट हो गया तो 9 ऑफ 10 पे आउट होगा तो उससे भी कम हो जाएगा.
बट फिर भी कम नेगेटिव इंपैक्ट होगा उसका.
देखते हैं. Sanjay says there is a limit on the number of matches played for India. Otherwise Rohit wouldn't have won the Emerging Playing Award in
2009.
Yeah.
साला वर्ल्ड कप जीत लिया उसके बाद.
बॉल.
अबे यार
ब्रो.
Who won the award in 2008? Sean Marsh.
Yeah. Sean Marsh. No. 2008 was Srivat Goswami.
Marsh I think.
No. Srivat Goswami. पक्का.
अच्छा वो लीडिंग
RCB का वो एक अवार्ड था बस.
क्यों भाई श्रीवत.
Let us actually try and recollect. 10 का मेरे को ढंग से याद नहीं है.
सीएसके जीता था.
अरे इमर्जिंग
नहीं मैं देख रहा हूँ फिर उस हिसाब से.
अरे टीम विनिंग RCB तो लास्ट आई थी. सेकंड लास्ट आई थी. श्रीवत गोस्वामी जीत के गया ना. आई नो 11 में
एक आध बार पंत जीता होगा. एक बार शॉट जीता होगा. एक लास्ट ईयर होम रन.
ओह शॉट ब्रो. छक्का मार दिया. कॉल द प्लेस अनुज रावत 6.
भाई 9 में 19 क्या चाहिए यार. मे बी ही इज द फिनिशर यू गाइस.
यार एलीट.
अब इसको कीपिंग में करानी चाहिए क्योंकि डीके के स्पॉट पे भी खेल रहा है. कीपिंग में बेटर कर रहा है.
ये भी सही.
निकालो डीको.
या बट 11 में इकबाल अब्दुल्ला, 12 में मनदीप सिंह, 13 में सैमसन, 14 में अक्षर पटेल. इतना तो पता है मेरे को. 16 में मुस्तफिजुर, 17
में कौन जीता था. SRH.
नहीं 15 में तो मुंबई.
तो हार्दिक कोई नहीं था
वो उनमें से किसी ने नहीं जीता. 16 में मुस्तफिजुर ने जीता, 17 में पंत, 17 में थम्पी. Oh my God, out है क्या?
नहीं 6 है यार.
Oh my God, call the press again. He's at 2 sixes in a row.
Oh 167 the prediction.
KM आसिफ भाई. Oh.
डॉट बॉल निकाल तो प्रेडिक्शन
अरे नहीं भाई.
क्या मिलेगा, कुछ मिलेगा
क्या?
अपने को क्यों नहीं मिलता है कुछ?
मुझे मैनेजर यहीं पे बैठे हैं, उनसे पूछ के क्या मिलेगा भाई साहब.
174 to win. How do you feel?
Not bad. I would take it because they were 120 at the end of 15. So that's 54. अगर ये और छक्का जाता है तो that's 54, 53 in the last 5.
सच में यार गेम से कोहली का
टीवी
आउट
को भी
किया,
भरोसा नहीं हो रहा.
डुप्लेसी को आउट किया और
कोहली, डुप्लेसी और रावत.
दिस इज T20 क्रिकेट फॉर यू.
नहीं आउट करना था कोहली.
रावत यार, इसका मतलब स्टाइल देखो बंदे का.
भाई 250 का स्ट्राइक रेट भाई, क्या चाहिए तुमको?
कुछ नहीं चाहिए भाई.
So
कर
this
रहा है
week
भाई.
देखा ब्रेसवेल का एटलीस्ट उससे कम स्ट्राइक रेट तो नहीं होगा. ओह चार है.
ओ भाई साहब, रावत भाई.
16 in the last 3 balls. क्या हुआ?
Yeah, to quote Mr. Shaq O'Neal, I'm sorry, I read your game wrong. Oh, we've also got a winner, Rashish Tongia. Congratulations, a new name. आज ही पूछा था भाई कहाँ से हो, किसको support कर रहे हो. Hopefully you're supporting RCB. Congratulations for correctly predicting the first inning score. Do get in touch with us on Twitter. We'll let you, share your details and we'll have the merch sent over ASAP. Congratulations, and yeah, 171, 51 of the last 5. What do you make of the score? 171.
Decent. Fighting total.
They're not out of the game yet.
Yeah.
Siraj needs to strike.
Oh,
you
yeah.
need to get that guy out first.
Jaiswal.
The top 3 matters.
Jaiswal matters.
और decent matchup as well, क्योंकि ball बाहर लेके जाता है बहुत सही.
True. Siraj is important. Siraj has been
last two games तो proper. It's a very important cog in RCB's wheel.
Not to mention you compromised on bowling attack to make your batting slightly stronger.
And also Rashish bhai, Twitter पे get in touch with cricket.com, share your
Drop
details.
us a text.
Yep. Just send
Number
DM
दे
us.
नहीं तो अपना.
अरे इतना.
What if he is not a RCB fan?
just drop in a message.
मेरे को लगा लोग जैसे religion और वो सब convert करा.
अरे इतना नहीं. Twitter पे DM कर लो यार. And Pranav Anand says, I'm sorry, Pranav, that was your second attempt. Unfortunately, we can take only your first message, first attempt in this case. So yeah, 171 for 5, and RCB need to defend that. To stay in contention for a playoff spot, and Rajasthan also to stay in contention for a playoff spot need to win this game because they also can only.
14.
I think mathematically Rajasthan are still gunning for top 2 because of their net run rate.
ये हार गए तो
फिर तो top 2
to नहीं qualify
मुश्किल हो जाएगा.
हाँ, but 14 with a good net run rate.
अगर but then you'll be.
My point is अगर 14 पे कोई टीम पहुंच सकता है तो वो सिर्फ राजस्थान है. No other can do it because everyone has a negative net run rate.
But तुम RCB वाली लाइफ जी रहे हो.
It will be of course. मतलब embarrassing है. उससे अच्छा कि मत ही जाओ, मना ही कर दो कि नहीं जाना हमको.
Anyways, yeah. Sanjay meanwhile says Rawat ensuring retention next
अब तो बनता है.
Yeah, अब तो बनता है सच्ची में. 11 ball 19. Anyways, yeah.
I think we have something on Jaiswal to plug in during the mid innings, and we'll see you on the other side.
Yep. Until then, yeah, please keep watching and make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button. We'll be back soon.
क्रिकेट के 3 फॉर्मेट्स एक दूसरे से काफी अलग हैं और इसीलिए ऐसे कम ही खिलाड़ी होते हैं जो अक्रॉस फॉर्मेट्स अपनी छाप छोड़ सके. लेकिन ऐसे खिलाड़ी की जरूरत तो हर इंटरनेशनल टीम को होती है और अगर ऐसा कोई खिलाड़ी कम उम्र में उभर कर आ जाए तो फिर बात ही क्या है. मुंबई के यशस्वी जायसवाल भारत के लिए एक ऐसे ही प्लेयर हैं जो इन दिनों अपनी IPL परफॉर्मेंस के लिए चर्चा में है. लंबे वक्त से भारतीय टॉप ऑर्डर में रिलायबल लेफ्ट हैंडेड बल्लेबाज की कमी महसूस होती आई है और यही कारण रहा है कि भारतीय शीर्ष क्रम लेफ्ट आर्म पेस के खिलाफ वल्नरेबल नजर आया है. तो ऐसे में यशस्वी जायसवाल के फर्स्ट क्लास लिस्टें और IPL आंकड़े और भी महत्वपूर्ण हो जाते हैं. इस सीजन राजस्थान रॉयल्स के अनुभवी बल्लेबाज जॉस बटलर, संजू सैमसन और शेवरॉन हेटमायर इनकंसिस्टेंट रहे, लेकिन यशस्वी जायसवाल की धमाकेदार फॉर्म की बदौलत ये टीम अभी भी प्लेऑफ्स की कंटेंशन में बनी हुई है. ईडन गार्डन्स में कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स के विरुद्ध यशस्वी ने 47 गेंदों में नाबाद 98 रन की शानदार पारी खेली 150 के चेज में यशस्वी ने नीतीश राणा के पहले ही ओवर में 26 रन जड़कर कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स की टीम को बैकफुट पर ढकेल दिया। उसके बाद 13 गेंदों में अर्धशतक जड़ आईपीएल के फास्टेस्ट 50 का रिकॉर्ड अपने नाम किया। इससे पहले यशस्वी ने मुंबई इंडियंस के खिलाफ वानखेड़े में शतक भी जड़ा था। इस मुकाबले में इस 21 साल के बल्लेबाज की 62 गेंदों में 124 रन की धमाकेदार नाबाद पारी के बदौलत राजस्थान रॉयल्स ने पहले बल्लेबाजी करते हुए 212 रन बनाए थे, जिसमें सेकंड हाईएस्ट कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा 19 गेंदों में 18 रन के साथ जॉस बटलर का। अब तक इस सीजन यशस्वी ने 12 पारियों में 52.3 की एवरेज और 167.2 के स्ट्राइक रेट से 575 रन बनाए हैं। इंडियन अनकैप्ड प्लेयर्स की लिस्ट में ये युवा बल्लेबाज एक सीजन सबसे ज्यादा रन बनाने वाला खिलाड़ी है। हालांकि पावर प्ले में ताबड़तोड़ शुरुआत के बाद यशस्वी की बल्लेबाजी मिडिल ओवर्स में जाकर थोड़ी स्लो हो जाती है,
लेकिन कब होकर भी इस सीजन 7 पारियों में ये स्ट्राइक रेट 138.7 का रहा है।
2022 ऑक्शन से पहले राजस्थान रॉयल्स ने 3 खिलाड़ियों को रिटेन किया था, जिसमें से एक नाम यशस्वी जायसवाल का था। यशस्वी की ग्रोथ की कहानी उनके आईपीएल नंबर्स बयां करते हैं। यशस्वी को उनके पहले सीजन में महज 3 मौके मिले और पिछले सीजन भी शुरुआती कुछ मैचेस में कम रन बनाने पर ड्रॉप कर दिया गया, लेकिन फिर उन्होंने टूर्नामेंट के बिजनेस एंड में वापसी की और इस सीजन उस पर्पल पैच को और भी भुनाया। यशस्वी आईपीएल में 1000 रन स्कोर करने वाले सेकंड यंगेस्ट बल्लेबाज हैं। वही लिस्ट ए की बात करें तो 2019 में 17 साल की उम्र में यशस्वी ने दोहरा शतक जड़ दिया और इसके साथ ही वो 50 ओवर्स फॉर्मेट में डबल सेंचुरी बनाने वाले सबसे युवा बल्लेबाज बन गए। यशस्वी की इसी प्रतिभा के कारण राजस्थान रॉयल्स ने 2019 दिसंबर ऑक्शंस में इस लेफ्ट हैंडेड बल्लेबाज पर 2.4 करोड़ की बोली लगाई। इस सीजन विजय हजारे ट्रॉफी में यशस्वी ने 6 पारियों में 79.2 के एवरेज और 95.7 के स्ट्राइक रेट से 396 रन बनाए, जिसमें 2 शतक और 2 अर्धशतक शामिल थे। अब ध्यान मल्टी-डे फॉर्मेट पर केंद्रित करते हैं। 21 वर्षीय इस खिलाड़ी ने 2018-19 सीजन से अब तक फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट में 15 मैचेस में 80.21 के एवरेज और 67.41 की स्ट्राइक रेट से 1845 रन बनाए हैं। इसमें यशस्वी का कन्वर्शन रेट भी उम्दा रहा है। अब तक फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट में यशस्वी के नाम 11 50+ स्कोर्स हैं, जिसमें उन्होंने 9 को शतक में और 3 को दोहरे शतक में तब्दील किया है। बांग्लादेश ए के खिलाफ अपने इंडिया ए डेब्यू मैच में भी यशस्वी ने सेंचुरी बनाई। इस साल ईरानी ट्रॉफी में मध्य प्रदेश के खिलाफ यशस्वी ने 213 और 144 की शानदार पारियां खेली, लेकिन इस मुकाम तक पहुंचना आसान नहीं था। यशस्वी की बचपन से क्रिकेट में रुचि थी, लेकिन उनके होम टाउन उत्तर प्रदेश के भदोही में क्रिकेटिंग फैसिलिटीज की कमी थी, तो वो क्रिकेटर बनने का सपना लेकर मुंबई आ गए। लेकिन मुंबई में यशस्वी के शुरुआती दिन बहुत मुश्किल थे। वो पहले तो बेघर हो गए और उसके बाद उन्हें एक टेंट का आसरा मिला, लेकिन जिंदगी युवा यशस्वी के लिए अभी भी बहुत चैलेंजिंग थी। उन्हें मैचेस खेलने के 200 से 300 रुपए मिलते थे। उसके बाद यशस्वी की मुलाकात कोच ज्वाला सिंह से हुई, जिन्होंने यशस्वी के भरण पोषण की पूरी जिम्मेदारी ले ली। उसके बदले यशस्वी को पूरी मेहनत और लगन से क्रिकेट खेलना था और यशस्वी ने किया भी कुछ ऐसा ही। यशस्वी की हर क्रिकेटिंग उपलब्धि के बाद मेन स्ट्रीम और सोशल मीडिया पर फोकस उनकी गोलगप्पे बेचने वाली कहानी पर चला जाता है, लेकिन यशस्वी के कोच बताते हैं कि यशस्वी के पास कभी कोई गोलगप्पे का स्टॉल नहीं था। आजाद मैदान के पास कई गोलगप्पा सेलर्स के स्टॉल्स होते हैं। यशस्वी शाम में क्रिकेट से फ्री हो जाने के बाद इन स्टॉल्स पर जाकर मदद कर दिया करते थे। गोलगप्पा सर्व करते हुए उनकी वायरल तस्वीर भी मीडिया के कहने पर ही प्लान की गई थी। यशस्वी के टैलेंट के चर्चे तो मुंबई क्रिकेट में 2015 से ही शुरू हो गए थे, जब उन्होंने एक जायंट शील्ड मैच में नाबाद 319 रन बनाकर 13 विकेट्स भी लिए। स्कूल क्रिकेट के इस ऑलराउंड रिकॉर्ड के जरिए यशस्वी लिम्का बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स तक पहुंच गए। उसके बाद उन्होंने मुंबई अंडर 16 और अंडर 19 क्रिकेट में अपना नाम बनाया। वो जल्द ही इंडिया अंडर 19 के लिए भी सिलेक्ट हो गए। 2018 अंडर 19 एशिया कप में यशस्वी टॉप स्कोरर रहे और प्लेयर ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट अवार्ड भी हासिल किया। उसके बाद 2020 अंडर 19 वर्ल्ड कप में अपने टेम्परामेंट से यशस्वी ने सबको प्रभावित किया। फाइनल्स में अपने 88 रन की पारी के साथ यशस्वी ने टूर्नामेंट का अपना चौथा कंसेक्यूटिव 50+ स्कोर पार किया। इस टूर्नामेंट में यशस्वी 400 रन के साथ हाईएस्ट रन गेटर रहे। अपनी इसी टेम्परामेंट से उन्होंने हर बड़े मौके को भुनाया है और हर बड़े प्लेटफॉर्म पे शाइन किया है। और अगर ऐसी ही कंसिस्टेंसी बनी रहे तो इंडिया के आप उनसे बहुत दिन दूर नहीं। और इस वर्ल्ड कप 400 रन के साथ यशस्वी हाईएस्ट रन गेटर रहे। अपनी इसी टेम्परामेंट के बदौलत यशस्वी हर बड़े प्लेटफॉर्म पे शाइन कर रहे हैं। और अगर यही कंसिस्टेंसी बनी रही तो इंडिया क्या बहुत दिन यशस्वी से दूर नहीं रहेगा। अगर आपको ऐसी इन डेप्थ प्लेयर स्टोरीज पसंद है तो हमारे चैनल cricket.com/tv को तुरंत सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और बेल आइकन भी दबाइए ताकि हमारे सारे अपडेट्स आप तक पहुंच सकें।
Hello and welcome back to our satirical talk show बकलोली with Jamie। मैं हूं आपका होस्ट जेमी ऑल्टर और मैं आपको इस हफ्ते की बड़ी क्रिकेट खबरें पेश करूंगा but with a twist of humor। तो आराम से बैठ जाइए, रिलैक्स करिए और थोड़ी बहुत हंसने की तैयारी करिए। शुरू करते हैं ऐसे मुद्दे से इसे देखकर मैं ही नहीं बहुत क्रिकेट फैंस थोड़े से कंफ्यूज हो गए। स्ट्रेंज कैप्टनसी डिसीजंस और एज विराट कोहली वंस कॉल्ड इट ब्रेन फेड्स। जैसे कि अक्षर पटेल को नीचे बैटिंग कराना जबकि वो दिल्ली कैपिटल्स के बेस्ट बैट्समैन लगे हैं पूरे सीजन। राजस्थान रॉयल्स की लगातार इंपैक्ट प्लेयर को लेकर गलत डिसीजन लेना, स्पेशली दैट मैच अगेंस्ट सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद जब ओबेड मकॉय को डेथ ओवर्स के लिए इंपैक्ट सब बनाया था और फिर उनसे एक ही ओवर डलवाया और उसके बाद 19वां ओवर के लिए कुलदीप यादव को बॉल देना। आई कैन नॉट इमेजिन व्हाट इट फील्स लाइक टू बी अ राजस्थान रॉयल्स फैन दीस डेज।
आरआर की हार का राज ऐसे हार के लिए नाम में रॉयल होना चाहिए, क्योंकि ऐसे जीत के हारना सबके बस की बात नहीं।
ये अनरियल चोक करने की रेसिपी क्या है?
सीक्रेट है। इसके लिए नाम बड़े लक्षण छोटे टीम मैनेजमेंट फॉलोड बाय स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट टीम ऑन पेपर बट वीकेस्ट 11 ऑन द ग्राउंड विद अ पिंच ऑफ ब्रेनलेस कैप्टनशिप एंड वन यूजलेस इंपैक्ट प्लेयर। 1 टेबलस्पून ओवर द लाइन नो एंड गार्निशिंग के लिए एक डांसर।
लेकिन पॉइंट्स टेबल में आरआर तो
एक सेकेंड, आज अगर पॉइंट्स टेबल खुला हुआ है थैंक्स टू अस। आज अगर हर एक टीम जिंदा है थैंक्स टू अस, क्योंकि जीत के हारने वाले को राजस्थान कहते हैं।
वाओ डूड।
फिर एक मैच में हैदराबाद का अनमोल प्रीत सिंह को ओपनिंग पे भेजना जब 200 से ऊपर का टारगेट था। Lucknow Super Giants sending an out-of-form Deepak Hooda at 1 down when the target was 228, that too against Gujarat Titans। और फिर ये शिखर धवन का रोना कि एक ऑफ स्पिनर नहीं था हमारे पास तो इसलिए केकेआर के बैट्समैन को रोकना मुश्किल था। यार आपके पास सिकंदर रजा था ना, मगर आपने उल्टा भानु का राजपक्षा को लिया। पाजी एक ही गल है।
And he mentioned in that post-match presentation that we don't have an off spinner. If you don't have an off spinner, then all the more reason to play Sikandar Raza because Liam Livingstone is not fit for God's sakes. I mean, it's been terrible. Forget being terrible. It's just being downright stupid. How can you not know how to use your own teams? I mean, you have been practicing this with this team for 2 months. You got to know what are their strengths and weaknesses. It's downright baffling how teams have been so stupid this IPL. Because from the outside, you think like, ये हो क्या रहा है यार? How are professional teams or professional analysts, professional coaches making the most basic and elementary mistakes?
बताइए सही तो बोल रहा है बंदा। मुझे ये समझ नहीं आता कि जब आधी से ज्यादा इंडिया फैंटेसी क्रिकेट को लेकर अपने आप को सुपर सिलेक्टर समझती है तो ये सारे क्रिकेटर्स क्यों ढंग की टीम नहीं चुन पा रहे। और इस आईपीएल सीजन ये कैप्टनसी ब्रेन फेड्स इतने कॉमन हो गए कि इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक अ कंटेजियस डिजीज। एक कप्तान को हो जाता है एंड बिफोर यू नो इट बाकी के कप्तानों को भी हो गया। खैर ठीक है, कह सकते हैं ये क्रिकेट का पार्ट एंड पार्सल है। यू विन सम, यू लूज सम एंड समटाइम्स यू जस्ट फॉरगेट हाउ टू प्ले ऑल टुगेदर। अब शुक्र है कि इतने ब्रेन फेड्स के बाद राजस्थान रॉयल्स अभी भी प्लेऑफ्स रेस में शामिल है एंड दैट्स थैंक्स टू चहल एंड यशस्वी जायसवाल जिन्होंने कल ईडन गार्डन्स में केकेआर का सर्वनाश किया। चहल के 4 विकेट ने उन्हें आईपीएल के सबसे सफल बॉलर बनाया एंड सेट आरआर अ टारगेट ऑफ 150 which they chased down in just 13.1 overs। Can you believe it? इस लड़के जायसवाल ने पहले ओवर में 26 रन मारे और नीतीश राणा को ऐसे धोया जैसे काम वाली बाई कपड़े धोती है। सिर्फ 13 गेंदों में लड़के ने 50 मारा और बॉलर्स को कूट कूट के 14 ओवर के अंदर मैच खत्म कर दिया। मुझे लगता है कि जिस तरह यशवाल ने दूसरे ओवर में जॉस बटलर को रन आउट किया, उसको लगा कि बेटा कुछ तो तूफानी करके वापस ड्रेसिंग रूम जाना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो डांट सुननी पड़ेगी बड़े भाई से। और फिर ऐसी धुलाई करी कि सब दंग रह गए। This was proper beast mode and well done to whoever decided to invest in Jaiswal. Speaking of getting things right, ये मुंबई इंडियंस की स्काउटिंग टीम को सलाम करना पड़ेगा। इनके स्काउट्स हार्दिक पांड्या, कृणाल पांड्या और जसप्रीत बुमराह ढूंढ के लाए थे, जिन्होंने फ्रेंचाइज को कई टाइटल जिताए। और अब तिलक वर्मा, नेहल वधेरा, इन जैसे युवा बल्लेबाज को पकड़ के ले आए जो खुद के दम पर मैच जिता रहे हैं। वहीं आरसीबी के स्काउट 16 साल से ढंग का इंडियन बैट्समैन नहीं खोज पाए। एक विराट कोहली है जिनके पास 7000 रन है आईपीएल में, और उनके बाद उस लिस्ट में किसी इंडियन के पास 1000 रन भी नहीं है। मतलब इतने सालों से ना तो आप अच्छे मैच विनिंग बॉलर सेलेक्ट कर सके, ना ही कोहली के लिए इंडियन बैटिंग सपोर्ट। आपने पीएम की बात नहीं सुना? बी इंडियन, बाय इंडियन, मेक इन इंडिया। ये मैसेज डायरेक्टली आरसीबी वालों के लिए ही है, पीएम मोदी से। सही में आरसीबी, इनका सीजन और भी खराब होते जा रहा है जब से ये बैंगलोर से निकलकर रोड ट्रिप पे गए। Just like those Hollywood road trip horror slasher films, जिसमें एक कपल रात को सुनसान सड़क पे गाड़ी चला रहा है और अचानक गाड़ी का एक टायर पंक्चर हो जाता है और उसके बाद all hell breaks loose, you know? स्टार्ट तो अच्छा गया आरसीबी का रोड ट्रिप का with that win over लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स इन लखनऊ, और उसके बाद जो इनके साथ दिल्ली और मुंबई में हुआ, ओ हो, मतलब कोटला जाकर उस दिल्ली टीम से हारना। You have gone where very few teams have dared to go, RCB.
अब मेरी बारी। हमारा सबसे बड़ा फैन बेस है, हाईएस्ट 49 एंड लोएस्ट 263 है, और कुछ मैं ही शुरू करता हूँ। आरसीबी को सबसे ज्यादा ट्रोल किया जाता है, पूछ क्यों? क्योंकि वो छोटी छोटी बात पर गंभीर हो जाते हैं। आरसीबी हमेशा टॉस के टाइम ही मैच हार जाती है, पूछ क्यों? क्योंकि टॉस हमेशा हर्षल फुल ही करता है। पता है ड्यूप्लेसिस भी आईपीएल से रूल आउट हो गया। कैसे? अरे बैक इंजरी, पूरी टीम का बोझ जो उठा।
Hello guys, welcome back. Oh, that's a nice start from Siraj. 172 to win for Rajasthan Royals, and RCB have already made their impacts up. DK goes out, Rawat's keeping, and Shahbaz Ahmed makes way into the 11 as the impacts up. What do you make of that change? Necessary?
Good move. Actually, good move. It's something that I had mentioned last game. So now their bowling attack looks far more potent because they have Karan Sharma, they have Shahbaz, and they have two
Maxwell and Bracewell.
Like so essentially.
Abe yaar.
But yeah, Siraj will have to turn up today.
Oh yeah.
Because last 2 games he has been wicketless. I think the total is just about par. I don't think it's under par, but yeah, if they Bangalore bowl like how they've bowled in the last 2 games,
then nothing is par or even above par.
So, yeah, they really need Karan Sharma to turn up.
Interesting, yeah. And we've got 4 spin options, 3 pace options. Wayne Parnell, I would imagine, would sort of partner Siraj with the new ball. Yes! What a wicket, boy! What a wicket! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I'm sorry, Paji. What a wicket!
I'm just
come in there, lads. Oh man,
I'm just upset because
he was your captain.
Jaiswal was my captain.
Of course, he was your captain.
Jaiswal was my captain, and Chahal was my vice captain.
All right, so. And I mean, a lot of Avnish creeping into me. Can't believe I just said, "Come in there, lads." Anyways, what a wicket that! Very important wicket. Jaiswal has been in the form of his life. And Siraj coming back to form, that bodes well for RCB. I mean, being back amongst the wickets bodes well for RCB. I guess I'll have to sort of, postpone my tears for the time being at least. That's a fantastic wicket, a much needed wicket that. How I wish I could have fist bumped a fellow RCB fan right now. It's okay, Shaunak. Air fist bumps just work. I mean, work just as good for me. Samson makes his way into the middle. Is he in your fantasy team today?
Yeah, he is.
All right, so let him.
So is Root.
Oh, interesting. But yeah, coming back, a very important wicket that, because Samson, last match he did have a pretty fluent 50, but outside that,
48.
Oh, it wasn't a 50, my bad. Outside that, none of them middle order batters haven't really, been firing in the last 5-6 games. So it's very important for them, especially given that Jaiswal's gone out for a duck. Butler's still there. Jagmeet Singh Oberoi, meanwhile, says, I joined the Watchalong and a wicket falls. I really hope you're the good luck charm RCB has been looking for, and yeah, they end up winning the game. But not to forget, Butler's still there. It's not like Butler's not, good enough or something. He's still one of the world's best batters, and he can easily take the game away from us single-handedly. Oh, he just needs to keep doing this.
Yeah.
A very good power play is key for RCB. A full ball, and I'm guessing, you can't fault Jaiswal for that. He was going to go.
Really.
Yeah, he was going to play his
that
shots.
kind of form.
Yeah.
And they have to make the power play count here because the pitch is slightly on the slower side.
Exactly.
So,
and also Vikramaditya asks, do you think Siraj needs to tone down his aggression? Sometimes it looks like it's easy to get into his head.
well, whenever he's gotten, in a fight or so, it's him who's lost his way rather than the other batter. So maybe but I think it will happen with time.
Exactly. I mean,
the balls was not that full, I think.
Yeah. And guys, please keep your comments coming in there. Rajasthan Royals 1 for 1 right now. 4 balls have been bowled. No runs of the bat so far. And let's hope he finishes the over well, because like we mentioned, 171 is probably just about par. By no means is it above par or something RCB would be comfortable with. So they really need to be on their toes all the time. And Shaunak, if you could just show the comment again. We sort of did not take it up. Rajay Human says, Root or Ashwin should come to bat at this time. Root or Ashwin, I mean, that's a very wide spectrum, but okay, sure.
Yeah, probably they could have sent Root instead of Samson. But Ashwin, I don't think so.
Ooh. That's a very good over. Is he done or one more ball?
One ball to go.
All right.
I should just look to play out this over now, I think.
Yep, just a ball to go. No risks, ideally. Let's see how they end it. And 171, and RCB have got how many pace options? It's just Panil and Siraj with the new ball and Harshal Patel at the back end. And of course, they've got, like we mentioned, 4 to 5 spin options, which might be handy. You see Maxwell bowling a bit today?
Yeah, but I don't think they'll take the chance of bowling Maxwell to these two.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah.
Probably when a left-hander comes in. Oh, shot.
That's a very good shot. Very, very, very good shot.
Just the way he opened the face of the bat at the last moment.
Played the field. That was
very high risk stroke as well.
It could have easily popped up in the air, but I mean, he played the field, so good on him there. 5 for 1. An excellent over from Siraj. Just the kind of start RCB would have hoped for from him. Something that was missing in the last 2 games.
But I want to know, what do you feel about Anuj Rawat's cameo today?
Like I said, call the press. Anuj Rawat's batting. That's all I can say.
He got 16 in the last 3 balls, right?
Yeah. 11 ball 29. Even in my wildest dreams, I had not imagined he would do that, especially against the bowling attack like RRs, which, let's be honest, have been one of the better bowling attacks this season.
True.
So couldn't be happier, especially given that DK got out for a duck. Bracewell was not finding his timing yet, and Maxwell got out at a very unfortunate time. So I really hope, like I've said before, I'd love to be proven wrong when it comes to Anuj Rawat. It's just that so far he's not done anything to convince us that he has the ability to play at this level. That's it.
Except for today, maybe.
To some extent, because even the 150 that he had against Mumbai last year, it wasn't a very fluent 50, something that gave you confidence. We have someone who can play well. This definitely, I mean, the way he got those sixes, that looked good. I'm happy.
Mumbai's bowling attack wasn't the greatest.
Exactly. Probably. So let's see how. Not a bad start that. And Butler versus left arm pace. You think
Butler versus left arm pace is a matchup to which Butler has gotten out a few times.
Exactly. You think that was the sole reason, or Hazelwood's
probably that was the only reason, because I think now they're also saying that Hazelwood had some niggles. So
exactly.
But if there is no swing, then I don't think Parnell will be able to trouble. But a lot depends upon if there is any movement. Because he doesn't have the pace, that's for sure.
Nope, not at all. And is that a bat? Any bat?
No.
No bat. Okay. Okay. Babura says, law of averages striking today, Rawat performance and Jaiswal following. Yeah, call it whatever you want. Couldn't be happier with both those, instances. So, yeah. And Josh Butler, again, he's been off boil for the last few games. In fact, in the last game, he had to sacrifice his wicket for Jaiswal. Do you think this could be his day?
I hope so.
Hi, in your team? Nah, yaar. Oh! What are we doing? Oh, man! I can't believe this. Oh, man. I just said this. Could this be his thing? That's a nothing delivery. An absolutely nothing delivery. Short, wide, there to be hit. He's managed to hit it straight to the fielder.
It's very, very similar to how. Very similar to how.
Man.
And look who's taken the catch.
Siraj
at point.
Siraj is maybe sort of he's channeling his inner aggression into his.
But would you have placed Siraj at point as a fielder?
I wouldn't place any pacer as good a fielder they might be, simply because it's a hot spot. They have to do a lot of things prone. I mean, they can get hit and all of that stuff. But oh man, that was a rank bad delivery, to be honest. Am I being too harsh, or was that a very bad?
It was a bad delivery. It was a delivery which Butler could have hit anywhere on the offside, and most days gotten a boundary of it. It was very similar to how Warner got out to Deepak Chahar in that game. Short, wide, hit it straight to the fielder.
But straight, Siraj did not have to move an inch. Nothing. Straight, right there at him.
Actually, both the balls weren't great, to be honest.
Nope. The first ball was decent, was good. He started off well. The second was a wide, and then the third ball, of course. Meanwhile, Vishnu Geetan, that seems like a new name there. Hi, Vishnu. In case you've not hit the subscribe button, please make sure you've hit the subscribe button. Like the video, share it with your friends. Let us know who you're supporting today. Who do you support in general? Where are you from? And yeah, Rawat's Juju. Yeah, sure, Vishnu. Like I said before, I couldn't care less. Call it, Rawat's Juju. Call it whatever you want. If RCB wins, that's all I care for. And Root finally faces a delivery in IPL.
Yep.
And he's off the mark straight away.
Let's hope that it goes well.
Yep, no, that for sure I'm not. Akshat Dadich meanwhile says,
very bad ball.
Yeah, that was a bad ball. Oh man. Root is here, guys. Please save Lord Root. Save Lord Root from what? But Akshat, let's hope RCB wins today. Like I said before, unfortunately, I know my bias might kick in more often than not, especially days like these when you see a glimmer of hope. RCB could sort of sneak their way in. Yeah. Jagmeet says, I'm the Juju today. Of course, Jagmeet. Couldn't be happier. Continue to watch the game. Continue to watch us as well.
He said when he tuned in, it was the first.
Yep. True that. And catch! Please catch! It's a skyer! Yes! What a catch, Robert! Deserves the man of the match. He deserves the man of the match. Just give it to him already. Oh man, what a wicket! No, someone. Oh man, I'm at loss for words. Don't know what to make of the ball. But Samson has been dismissed. Their top three, probably the most important. Top three in this season across teams. Like in terms of dependability, in terms of how much they've been depending on their top three. Oh man, what do you make of this ball? Very similar to how he got out not in the last game, in the game before that. A straight top pitch.
It was a very innocuous delivery.
Yeah, RR played who? RR played Gujarat and a straight top pitch. I'm forgetting who the bowler was.
Josh Little.
Yeah. Straight top pitch. And again, wow, man. 7 for 3, 1.4 overs, sorry.
Yeah, this game's pretty much done.
Not done.
Pretty much.
No, it's not done for sure. There's still Root, Jurel, Hetmaya, Ashwin. Once all 4 of them get out, then yeah, sure, we can call it done. Akshat says, I'm supporting RR, guys. Why should RCB win? Because I want RCB to win, bro. That's all I can say.
Akshat is a RR supporter.
Yeah. He's like, why should RCB win?
I know why I'm saying this, because he's asked me a lot about permutation and combinations.
For RR.
Yeah.
Sorry, Akshat. I'm really sorry about it, man. I love the team, but unfortunately, RCB is RCB. Craig Key says, RR imploding. Paji will need a near transplant after RCB's win today.
See,
Chalega bhai.
see the turban saves it.
Exactly.
Like, thankfully.
Turban bacha ke rakha hai isliye. Oh, they've sent in an impact sub. Is it Parag, Padikkal, one of them? Of course, it's Padikkal.
It had to be Padikkal.
And Padikkal versus Siraj, the new ball, that could be interesting to see. And they have a lot of work to be done now. No run there. Yep.
Yeah, but I really can't believe that Samson played that shot, to be very honest. I mean, you're 7 for 3. You have to understand.
I mean, to be honest, again, to be fair to him, he wasn't even attempting a slog. It just went. It was very similar to that Josh Little
but
dismissal.
then it's even more worse because you might know.
He was trying to clear. But again, you can't blame him for that, right? That's his natural game.
No. He's looked to anchor when the situation's dependent. What is your naturally? It's 7 for 2. You have to chase 172. You know your batting to follow isn't the greatest. Just play out an over at least.
Bad ball, yaar. Bad ball. Anyways, he's
and he wasn't out while trying to play a high percentage stroke. I mean, I know he's good versus the pull, but he didn't have enough room. Like he didn't have enough to just get enough bat on it. And what was and even that shot that he had played to Siraj.
Oh, that was a very high risk shot.
That was a very high risk shot. Before that, the play and miss, his feet went nowhere to Siraj. See, I mean, natural game could be anything, but you have to play situations. It's as simple as that. That is what even Surya Kumar Yadav has looked to do that. That is what will obviously differentiate a great. Sorry. I'm sorry. That will always differentiate a great T20 player or a good T20 player. I mean, Samson has all the skill in the world, and again, look at the juncture. Look at the juncture of the tournament as well. You know how important the win is today, and again, he's their best bet to attack their spin bowling, attack their spin bowlers in the middle overs. What a horrible shot! I can't believe he did that. I genuinely can't believe he did that because he knew what happened at the very same time.
But to be fair to Samson there, he backed himself. That's how I would look at it. He backed himself in the previous over. He got the 4. This time he backed himself to clear the inner circle. In fact, the way he played that shot, it could have very well gone for a 6 had he gotten his timing right. But unfortunately, that went all right.
The ball was too close to his body for him to get in.
Maybe, yeah. But
the ball was too close to his body.
He fancied going against Parallel. But yeah, I mean, again, I'm sorry, couldn't a wicket for RCB, and that's is that close? Yes!
I think it will be slightly high.
It seemed very high, to be honest. It seemed very high. It seemed very, very, very high. Please, yaar, kaise bhi karke umpire's call bata de, yaar. Please. Jem Omaya says.
Umpire's call, I think, but
I don't know.
I wouldn't have given it out on the field.
It hit his back leg though. We've got a stat for you guys. In his IPL career, Butler before the season had just 1 duck in 81 innings. Oh, that's gone, bro. That's gone. Before, I'm really sorry, I'm sort of falling short of breath there. Before the season, Butler had just 1 duck in 81 innings. However, in this season alone, he suffered 4 ducks, including 1 today. That should be out, right? I mean, that's hitting the stumps for sure, right? Somewhere. Or am I?
Yeah, it would be umpire's call on hitting. But I wouldn't have given that out on the field.
No, man, I feel it would hit the stumps. Because Root isn't tall. Oh, wait. Come on, man.
No,
come on.
It's not just about Root being tall. You have to see he was jumping when it hit him. It hit him on the back leg, and it hit him above the knee roll.
He was on his toes as well.
It hit him above the knee roll. Even if it would have been umpire's call, I would have said that it's a very unlucky call, like how Marsh was given out yesterday. So to me, which is why I said straight away, like it looked high.
Fair. Yeah. I mean, even I felt the same. Yeah. But I couldn't have. Of course, euphoria takes the better of me, or gets the better of me when a decision goes in our favor. Shaunak, if you could also play show Jem Omaya's comment. He had 2. Oh, that's a shot. Is that a 6? 4. That's a great shot. His first boundary in the IPL. Let's hope it's first of many, like they say. And Jem Omaya says haters will say now match is fixed.
No, haters can say whatever they want to.
Yeah, haters gonna hate. Yep. And also, wasn't there another comment, Shaunak, before? All right. Oh, if RCB loses from here, I'll give up on RCB. At least good to know that you support RCB in the first
not
place.
easy. It looks easy to give up on teams, but it's not that easy because I'm sure every RCB supporter or every DC supporter or every Punjab supporter has said it on some day.
Oh, that's
so yeah,
very interesting field placement. That. Also, Pranav Anand says 7 for 3 with Joe Root batting. Throwback to oh man. I'm actually struggling to say it. What is it? Is it baseball or baseball?
It's baseball.
Baseball. Oh man, I'm down. Baseball era, England. I mean, baseball England team era. Yeah, sure. Let's hope he doesn't get RR over the line. Though I mean, this is me strictly speaking as an RCB fan, guys. Yeah. But so far, not a bad over from Siraj. Barring the one really good shot from Root, he had to take his risks. Another very good ball that. But
so
where do you see
risks are still avoidable? Because after, say, if there is no run on this ball, right? You have to get 157 in 17 overs. That's a required rate of 9. Which is what I'm trying to say. Like, why I am not happy with what Samson did was because the equation wasn't that the run rate was 12. It was still manageable.
But you
and just give yourself 5-6 balls. And the ball also with that angle, he didn't have enough room. He didn't have enough space to play that shot. If it was something that he was looking to go down the ground, I can understand. Which is why I said that Jaswal's shot is something that I won't really, was a
he didn't throw also. Okay.
Now he's trying to flex by throwing by the.
But just one thing though, don't you think he probably also backed himself because the square boundaries were short to just 66 meters, so maybe again, just food for thought that going to RCB's bowling now, I would imagine.
If you tell me this, he gets a boundary, right? He gets a boundary. Bangalore are still ahead in the game, right? What is it that Bangalore needs what is it that RR need that there are not enough wickets now in the power play because they're already 2 down. By the end of the power play, they can try to reach 40-45, right? What happens if there's another wicket falls? It puts far more pressure. And again, you have to see what is the batting to follow. This batting to follow of Particle has not scored runs in 5-6 innings now.
Could be his day.
But again, he's not someone who you can rely on to bat through the innings and to control the innings. So you'll then have there's Jurel, who's another finisher. Ashwin is a decent bowling all rounder, but again you can't rely him to, even if say Rajasthan were 70 for 2 at the end of the 10 overs. 75 for 2 or maybe even 65 for 2, they would have taken it rather than being say 70 for 3.
Fair.
So I mean, I'm not against taking risks, but you have to understand, like even bowling captains do it, like what Markram did it yesterday, but you have to understand the pulse of the game.
But I mean, one thing though, given that now there's 17 for 3.2 overs, Panel would, I mean, this is the second over. Do you see Siraj getting a third?
Right now, they might just hold him back.
So spinners, because Harshal's the only other pacer they have. I don't think they'll bowl him in the power play.
Bring in spinners.
So who? Shahbaz Ahmed, someone like him? Bit down the leg. Or
that will depend upon
who's on strike.
Who's on strike and which bowler does the captain has least confidence in.
He'll send someone who he has least confidence in the power play, but
because this is again a situation where batters can't afford to take risks.
But don't you think at least now to the last overs they will definitely try to get some runs, because
I don't know,
they wouldn't want to end up with 30 for 3 at the end.
I don't know. It is still okay than being 40 for 4.
Interesting.
Being 30 for 3 at the end of the power play is still better than being 40 for 4.
But
so I don't see Root taking any risk right now, and rightly so.
And Particle, I don't think. Fair, let us see. Particle right now is just playing for a spot in the 11, so he would be even more circumspect, I would imagine.
Regardless of playing for the spot or not, like I said, they'd happily be 30 for 3 rather than being 40 for 4.
I mean, both are bad situations. So
they can't afford to lose any other wicket.
Yep. Thank you, Jai. Bad ball, yaar.
Thank you, Jai.
And yeah, sorry, Jay says when Paji talks, the world listens. Of course, of course.
Yeah, thoda.
Arre yaar.
But flattered. Thank you so much.
And that wasn't given away because Root moved across, of course. I mean, hit me ball that he's been bowling way too many so far.
And Samson got out in the same over as Butler did.
Yep. A very weird spell from Parnell. A lot of hit me balls, but he somehow managed to end it with a 2 for 8. Not sure what to make of it, but yeah, like I said before, couldn't be happier. The numbers, at least on the surface, look good.
Like, just the second ball after Butler was dismissed.
True. Also, Shaunak, if there's any update on the AC situation inside the studio, it seems to be getting a bit warmer, especially with the way the situation, I mean, the match situation is changing by the minute. Hemant says, so refreshing to see Joe Root in the league. Refreshing or not, I would say he is one of the better overseas batters in the league. I don't think he does not. Like, he's one of the better anchors for sure. And he's improved his game in T20s.
We don't have, like, the numbers don't say it, but I think those numbers are also a little out of context because he's also not played a lot of T20 since the time he's been batting so well. So yeah, I do believe that he can turn into a good T20 batter given his range of strokes and how he plays spin, how he can also bowl. So yeah, let's see. I'm hoping for a good knock from him, but let's see. I think too much has been left to do for him.
Yeah, and spin seems to have been...
even after scoring...
Oh, it's braced well.
See, even after 19 for 3 in 4 overs, the required rate is not touching 10 yet.
But just one more thing. At this ground... Yaar, pair pe mat dal. Okay, that's his field. 9.6, don't you think that's a tad bit high? Like 16 overs. It's not like 5 overs mein 9.6. 16 overs mein aapko 9.6 pe jana hai.
Slightly higher, but again, it's not impossible, na? Maybe if Samson had not played that shot, they could have... Now they can't even take those risks in the last 2 overs of the power play, which they could have if their wicket had not fallen then.
Fair point.
So there's that. And again, Samson was the best bet in this batting lineup against spin. After Jaiswal, because Jaiswal had been dismissed. So it didn't make any sense at all.
Yep, let us see. 11 more balls to go in the power play, and oh, is that a wicket? Is that a wicket? Siraj is appealing. But Siraj has been previously known to be a very confident man. So let me not jump the gun here. Let's just wait. What's happened here? And oh man, if that's a wicket. Oh, they've already given it.
Yeah.
They've already given it as a wicket. I'm sorry, that's as much as okay. What is that reaction supposed to be? Let's just wait. RR, both openers being dismissed for a duck in the IPL has happened only once before, which was way back in 2009 when Swapnil Asnodkar, oh wow, haven't heard that name in a while, and Graeme Smith got out for a duck against Deccan Chargers in 2009.
Look,
that's out, right?
It's a clean catch.
Yeah, that's out. That's the 4th wicket for RCB in the power play. That's out, right? Oh yeah, that's clear.
But Siraj fielding in hot spots.
Yeah.
And taking catches.
Yep, I'm just scared of the 3rd umpire, man. They've been too bad. I just give it out till then. I want to just. I don't want to. Yeah. Let's just wait. Way too many contentious calls, and unfortunately, my producer says the AC situation can't be better. Come on, man. RCB is taking wickets for a change. I feel we should also be in a better environment. अगर चिल्लाऊंगा तो पाजी को कम से कम थोड़ा तो मतलब कहीं पे तो उनको थोड़ा comfort दो. 20 for 4.
ये बैटिंग लाइनअप, ये बैटिंग परफॉर्मेंस देख के कहां से कुछ कंफर्ट आएगा. Also,
but AC होता तो थोड़ा
another thing to continue on that Samson discussion.
Yeah.
Everyone wants him to bat at number 3 for India, right?
That's what, matlab, yeah.
This is what
social media debates.
No, not social media debates, but
even. But
you want your number 3 to
I'm
give
just
you
scared.
some...
Wait. Oh, thank God. I have to give a sigh of relief because I've seen way too many contentious calls. Sorry, going back. You were saying.
And you want your number 3 to give you some sense of security, right?
But to be honest, I personally wouldn't want Samson at number 3 for India. That's
where would you want Samson to bat?
Like people want Jitesh at number 5, number 6. I would want Samson at number 5. I feel he's more suited for that.
I also feel that. But that's what I'm saying. This is the reason why I'm never confident with Samson at 3.
And which is why I also felt RR were better off. I mean, not just RR and Samson both were better off playing him at number 5 for Rajasthan.
That is something I had said.
Okay, you said this before?
I had said it on the day the list of retentions came out.
Okay.
Because they and I had said that they're better off having Particle at 3, Parag at 4, because at that time I didn't know that how good was Dhruv Jurel, with Samson at 5 and Hetmeyer at 6. I had said it before the auctions. So,
but I really, the thing is right now the euphoria is kicking in. I'm just trying to process myself.
What's your heartbeat right now?
नहीं देखना भाई, रहने दो. देखूंगा बोलूंगा. Oh man, it's a lot. Let's just put it at that. Leave it at that.
150.
142 is what my watch says. But just coming back to Rajasthan's batting, clearly the approach wasn't the greatest. This Padikkal's wicket, I don't think much can be made of it. He just flicked it. Unfortunately, it went straight to the fielder. This is going to be a very important wicket. He might not have been in form, but he can surely play these shots, which is exactly why it's very important. They get Hetmeyer early because he can easily take the game away from us very quickly. नहीं, बहुत ज़्यादा run नहीं. Ask Gujarat. He chased against Gujarat in Ahmedabad.
Yeah, but
no, and law of averages as well. We can't discount that. So let's wait. We really can't. I mean, as the proverb goes, we can't really count our chickens before they hatch. Let's just wait and hopefully they get this wicket. I feel Hetmeyer is, in fact, when you were saying that Root will be important, I felt Hetmeyer was the most important wicket for RCB, irrespective of whether he's been in form in the last few games or not. Hetmeyer is Hetmeyer. If he gets going, it's very hard to stop him. And what's harder is the fact that he gets going very quickly. Like his acceleration, he's not someone who starts slow or something like that. That's why. Anyways, let's see. 7 runs so far from this over. Yeah, I mean, can you do you think?
Yeah, but no, this is not a bad shot. This is that Particle has struggled against Finn this season.
And it was one of those things, man. When it rains, it pours. He's not. Oh. All right, 7 from the over, 26 for 4 at the end of 5. Jay Mumaya says, hope RCB win by 100 runs. भाई यार, यहाँ पे मुझे अब तक win का भरोसा नहीं है भाई. तू 100 रन की जीत पे मतलब भाई. This is the extremities of being an RCB fan. एक end पे इतने optimism, मतलब इतने optimistic fans आपको मिलते हैं. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those today. Jay. Hemant says this was not out. The ball sure hit his hands, but then touched the ground.
No.
I'm not sure, Hemant.
Okay,
his fingers.
I want to explain this. What happens is, so many times on the screen, what we see is a 2D image of a 3D event, right? So those cameras, due to the foreshortening of the lens, I'm not sure if that's the exact term, but those cameras will never tell you what is the depth whenever these catches are in question. So in these catches, you anyway have to take the fielder's words, and in this case, I felt that it was quite clear because the ball went straight into his hand.
It's not a 2.
If anything, his fingers touched the ball, but the ball didn't, and that is allowed because so many times, see, if this is the ground, if I'm taking a catch like this, it is fine. The ball can't touch the surface. My hands can, so it was a clean catch.
And also, in the meantime, another stat for you guys: 3 of RCB's wickets today have come off the second ball of an over. Siraj, second ball of the first over. Panel, second ball of the second over. Bracewell, and all 3 of them got a wicket of the second ball off their first over. Of course, that's also there. I mean, I guess maybe the saying can be changed to second times the charm. So, Hetmeyer, bhai, please, thoda aaj dekh le. Chandrakant Reddy says, RCB showed a lot of restraint in the power play, understanding the conditions. But RR, despite playing 4 games at the venue, going down like this, what do you have to say about that, Paji?
Yeah, so I think RCB showing restraint was more down to them not having great batting depth. If I look at the wickets, I don't think Jaiswal played a bad shot. Like, it was a ball there to be hit. He couldn't get the connection right, which can happen. So that is one. The other, Josh Butler ball again was there to be hit. I don't know how he found the fielder on that poor ball.
Oh, is that bad? Is that a wicket? That is a wicket.
I think I agree.
Is that bad?
I again think that this is going down.
No, I don't think this is going down the leg. Okay, I don't think this bat as well. Let's see. I might be wrong. Sorry. You can continue, Paji.
Yeah. So Samson's shot is something that I would say is a poor shot. The particle dismissal again. It's something. It's a very random dismissal once again. It was not a great delivery. He's just found the fielder. So it's. I don't want to be harsh, but I actually think it was all the wickets are more down to the Rajasthan bowlers. Yeah, it's going down, or it would be umpire's call. This LBW shouldn't have been given on the field.
Okay,
It's hitting him in front of leg stump because you can
middle and leg though. You think it's leg stump? I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hitting him in front of leg stump. It shouldn't.
All
have
right,
been
yeah, fair.
on the
This
field.
is where impact happens. No, I would say impact is still middle and leg. Yeah, not okay. Fair. Like my bad. I do stand corrected there. Man, just hit a sliver of the leg stump, please. I beg you, DRS, please. Oh man, RCB fans in the stadium.
छोड़ दो कुछ बाकी भी कुछ देखेंगे.
क्या?
Not out होगा तो बाकियों का कुछ इंटरेस्ट तो बना रहेगा.
Yeah, that's hitting, boy. That's hitting. Yeah, impact is middle and leg. See, yeah, boy. Couldn't be happier. Root goes. That's the 5th wicket in the power play for RCB. Panil, man, what's up with this guy? I don't think he's bowled well enough to have a spell of 3 for 10.
He's not bowled well enough.
This ball maybe was a decent yorker.
This was out of the 5 wickets that have fallen. This was the best delivery to get a wicket.
Fair. I mean, but also in Siraj's defense, he bowled a couple of wicket-taking deliveries that did not get a wicket. So maybe in that sense. But yeah, I do agree. That happens every day. Exactly. Man, but what a day for RCB bowlers to sort of come through, because we've been speaking about how in the last 2 games especially they've been very, very, very mediocre to say the least. In fact, in the last 2 games, they've bowled 199 balls and conceded 376 runs.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you expect more from your bowling lineup, and today they seem to have sort of shown up to the party. 28 for 5, 3 balls to go in the power play, and there comes my producer giving me an air fist bump. Oh man, I'm really, really struggling right now to construct coherent sentences. Shaunak, please, if there are any comments we can take, and guys, please keep your comments coming in. 28 for 5 right now, Rajasthan. And RR fans, I'm really sorry. As much as I said before, as much as I understand, your sentiments, I'm really sorry. RCB needs this one badly. Hemant says, take your point.
Thank you, Hemant.
Some advanced 3D tech is required. Sure, yep. And 3 more balls to go in the power play. Jurel is already in, and Ashwin is the only other batter left. Or they've got an impact player. Oh no, Padikkal was the impact player. Yep. But this is exactly why I've been stressing on this since the mega auction happened last year. Rajasthan's team is has a very lopsided 11. I know their batters and bowlers have come up with incredible performances, and this is something I mentioned even in the first innings. I don't think Rajasthan have come up with a complete performance. It's always been more often than not, it's been individual brilliances that's taken them through. Beat Hetmyer, beat Jaiswal, beat Butler, beat Samson. You've never seen all of them fire in cohesion and get them a victory. Last game was probably going to be one of those, but unfortunately, Abdul Samad just pulled off a heist. What do you make of that? And before that, Sanjay has a comment. Heard somewhere that for RCB to beat RR in net run rate, RCB needs to win by 109 runs. Now it seems a real possibility. I'm 100% sure that won't be the case. Even if RCB wins by 109 runs, I don't think they'll be overtaking RR's net run rate. The gap is pretty wide. We'll talk about that more later. We'll talk about that more in a while. Meanwhile, Gurkirat, what do you think of that, about Rajasthan as a team fighting in unison?
They had a good game versus Delhi early on in Guwahati.
Okay, fair.
And I thought they had a very good game in the season opener.
Rajasthan versus Delhi, I'm trying to recollect what
was
happened.
at Guwahati. They batted first, scored some 200 odd.
Oh, this was their second game. Yeah.
Their first game against Hyderabad was also good.
Exactly. That was the one good game. Even last season, in fact, they started off really well against Hyderabad again last season as well. They scored 200 plus. Their bowlers fired. But post that, I don't think, and a lot of it I personally felt had to do with the absence of all-rounders.
So they what they got wrong was, you know, how they wanted to shoehorn in someone like Particle and Parag not firing. But today, see, you can see all the dismissals that are happening right now. This is more like, this is perhaps the most horrible of the all dismissals, or maybe Samson's dismissal. Yeah, I mean, this is not a ball. No one can convince me that a ball which he's meeting on the fourth stump and is coming with the angle is there to be pulled. I'm sorry, it's not. Again, this is
a nothing ball, a nothing shot.
Out of 5 wickets that have fell, 4 of them have been more to batters' mistakes rather than bowlers' mistakes.
Yep. Anyways, it's also time to call in Nix right now. I'm pretty sure. Oh, he wouldn't be just as thrilled because he said he'll be coming in with his RR jersey. Shaunak, if we could have, yep, there he is with his RR jersey. I'm sorry, Nix. Hi, क्या लगता है आपको? 28 for 5. Could RCB have asked for a better start today?
Yeah, and jersey ka banda nahi, sir. It doesn't stop us from calling out nonsense, and that's what they did in the power play. Far too many ambitious shots for a side that is supposed to be playing at home.
And all right, Gurkirat has been. Sorry, Nix. I'll just make point. Gurkirat has been vocal about Samson's dismissal and how that was an extremely poor shot given the conditions. What do you have to say about that?
More to do with the situation.
Agreed. Yeah, not conditions. My bad. That was a slip of tongue. More to do with the situation, given that they were already 2 down and just 7 runs on the board. So, what did you make of that dismissal? Yeah, sorry.
I don't know why he wants to bat at 3. If he's going to bat at 3, why have Particle as your impact player? Why play Root? You've lost a very early wicket. Send in Root.
I said that too.
Sometimes teams, again, and RR have done this before as well, they are too cute for their own self.
Nix, so is it time to call in Somesh and ask him about RR?
एक wicket लेते हैं. Oh, गया. और Somesh को बुलाओ.
भाई wicket मिल गई.
Out.
What's happening? What is seriously happening here?
मैं बोला एक विकेट लेके बुलाते हैं. अभी आना था सोमेश को.
लेकिन आप ही बताइए गंदा बॉल था कि नहीं? बॉल तो गंदा है.
तो 6 में से 5 विकेट्स गंदी बॉल पे
यार. This was a long hop. छक्का लगा मेरे को, like because Rovjurel
अच्छा बॉल कोई भी नहीं डला, barring that one delivery. वो भी you would say कि was more down to the batter missing that ball rather than.
फिर भी यार ये तो मारने वाला बॉल था. ठीक है. Anyways, Shaunak, if you could actually call in Somesh and actually have him here so that we can talk more about RR's tactics. Meanwhile, Anurag Jha says not a single ball was a wicket-taking delivery, and yep. We have the RR fan here. We'll make a quick substitution in the meantime. Paji will sort of.
I don't know what to talk about this batting performance.
And he also needs his ears need some rest right now. I've scrammed way too much for even my liking. But yeah, let's have Somesh and Shaunak. Manager Saab.
You know that image of him coming on is perfect. ये देख रहे हो? ये क्या रायता फैला है आज?
Bhai, see, the only player I'm happy about is Virat Kohli. You know why? Because I think this will be the first time in his life when he's not part of the team. For whom it is happening whatever is happening with Rajasthan. क्योंकि या तो इंडिया के लिए हो या आरसीबी के लिए हो, usually he is part of that team. For them something of this sort happens, a few minutes of madness and like that
game's gone. I've seen this happen. Iसीलिए this seems like deja vu, except it's not happening with us, and it's a very weird thing to process.
It has happened so many times with India in the last few years. It has happened so many times with Rajasthan.
The iconic half an hour.
Sorry, Rajasthan नहीं,
RCB, of course. आपका भी मतलब थोड़ा मानसिक संतुलन.
क्या बोले? I mean, before in the mid innings, I just told people outside that I have a feeling that Hetmyer will win this. But वो खेल रहा है अभी, but वो क्या करेगा? मतलब कितना ही करेगा? बहुत रन है यार. And अभी तो मैं ये भी नहीं बोल सकता कि अनुज रावत के एंड के कैमियो के कारण हो गया, क्योंकि 150 भी नहीं हो रहे हैं यहाँ से. 150 छोड़ो, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है यहाँ से.
देखते लेकिन यार
I mean कुछ भाई
नहीं, हेटमायर नहीं भाई, हेटमायर मारता है.
अरे भाई
नहीं हिटमायर मारता है इतना नहीं
भाई क्या फटती है तुम लोगों की यार,
सच्ची में फटती है यार, मैं बोलता हूँ ना, मैं मानता हूँ सच्ची में फटती है, मार सकता है हिटमायर ने खुद. I mean, if you remember back in 2019, Hetmeyer for RCB won as a game when Kohli, De Villiers, Parthiv, all of them got out very early. So इसीलिए Hetmeyer can do this. Hetmeyer pulled this off against Chennai, against Gujarat.
You need Hetmeyer from both sides playing till the 20th over.
अश्विन भी टाइम करता है भाई, अपने पास bowling इतना अच्छा नहीं कि पूरा भी we can just. I really hope Faf actually brings in. Like goes aggressive now, just brings in Siraj and kills the
सारे आरसीबी फैन की उतनी नहीं फटती जितनी तेरी और अपनी.
मेरी तो फटती है भाई, मेरी तो सच्ची में. Let's wait.
It's just so sad.
It is sad, but क्या करूं मैं? जैसे मैंने लास्ट गेम में कहा था ना, डरना मेरा फर्ज है. I'm RCB fan.
What percentage you feel that game is in the pocket?
I would say it's like 70-30, 65-35,
65? Are you kidding me?
70-30 सिर्फ क्योंकि आप इतना मजाक उड़ा रहे हो, नहीं तो मैं नॉर्मली 65-35.
बाप रे बाप.
या अभी क्या करें, नानी को says I thought RCB suck at tactics.
ये टैक्टिक नहीं है भाई, ये इसमें टैक्टिक का क्या है? टैक्टिक का कुछ भी नहीं है, मतलब
it's Samson at number 3, particle
सैमसन
take over.
देखो सैमसन
मारता है यार, इसीलिए तो बोला ये मारता है.
पहली बार पूरे 3 पे नहीं आ रहा, पूरे सीजन 3 पे आया, और उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. वो टैक्टिक को तुम गलत टैक्टिक तब बोलते जब कोई लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर आके उनको आउट करता हो, तो उसने थोड़ी ना किया. They've not been caught by spin. I mean बटलर जिस बॉल टोड़ वो मारने वाली बॉल.
वो तो
इट्स जस्ट दैट कि भाई इतना खराब कॉन्फिडेंस है अभी कि
जुरेल का भी यार.
हाँ, उसमें क्या करोगे भाई. सैमसन इस शॉट पे कोई पहली बार आउट नहीं हो रहा है. दिस इज हाउ ही प्लेज, इट्स फाइन.
कुछ नहीं कर सकते. सैमसन का तो I wasn't that that bothered about it.
I mean, the only thing is, I mean, as much as I mean, I love Joe Root, but मैं पहले भी
क्या ओह यार, ये करण शर्मा इतना गंदा कैसे बॉल डाल सकता है यार.
49 तो नहीं हो रहा,
इतना गंदा कैसे बॉल डाल सकता है ये.
और जो रूट भी क्या कितना 3 बार आउट हुआ पूरी बैटिंग में. एंड वो मैं बोल रहा था कि मतलब आई थिंक when you, I mean, it will sound very harsh, but I mean, it was never a move in a positive direction to recruit someone like Joe Root. He's not a T20 player यार.
नहीं यार, रूट नहीं
भाई ठीक है, मतलब I know everyone disagrees with me on this.
खराब नहीं है, no.
खराब ही है भाई, मतलब that spot can be utilized better.
No.
मतलब I would have taken anyone, Will Smeed, Alex Hales, जो भी है भाई, कोई भी किसी को भी. I would have taken James Vince over Joe Root.
नहीं, Will Smeed और Alex Hales को कहाँ पे मिडिल ऑर्डर में खिला रहे? James नहीं यार,
भाई more of a proven T20 player than Joe Root भाई. Joe Root वो पैसे जाता नहीं है. I know, मतलब when I talk to people, that's why I realize that why the Fab Four is still relevant in T20.
I don't care about Fab Four.
Neither of the Fab Four should be relevant.
Not Williamson, not
they are, because people tweet, oh hope Root gets to bat this. क्या भाई मजाक चल रहा है क्या?
That's a wicket. Oh रावत भाई, रावत क्या कर रहा है भाई तू?
अब बोल 70-30 में कुछ चेंज हुआ?
ये अश्विन है, हेटमायर नहीं.
तो कुछ चेंज नहीं हुआ.
कुछ तो है ना. अरे विकेट है तो ठीक है. 75-20 अगेन सिर्फ आपके चक्कर में कर रहा हूँ. अगर हारती है ना आरसीबी यहाँ से तो आपको पकड़ूंगा पहले.
मतलब इट्स लाइक दिस bad goes to worse.
Oh man, this is really proper. This is a very RCB skinnings. Very RCB skinnings. Like the thing is, like I said before, I've seen this happen so often to me कि it's a very weird flux of emotions. Ashwin goes.
No, but see, it also sometimes
50-7 at the end of it. Sorry, next.
It also sometimes just warrants getting yourself in. I think none of the RR batters have got themselves in. तो तुम बॉल है शॉट मारने के लिए, बट पिच भी तो होना चाहिए ना वैसा शॉट खेलने के लिए. In the RCB batting innings also, you saw how fluent was Faf, how fluent was Virat. Maxwell को भी time लगा, and he had to be inventive and hit very full balls for runs. तो आज पे Jaiswal also wanting to hit in the air up very early. Butler not said wanting to hit in the air. Samson again very early wanting to hit in the air. तो you want to break the game in the power play, but पहले get yourself in. My only point is आपको पहले 3 ओवर में ही 40 नहीं बनाना है. You can be 20-0 and still be 40-1 or 50-1 or 60-1 also. Yeah. I think sticking to your plan is one thing, but not taking care of the surface is a very big problem, and that's what's happened with them, I feel.
Yeah.
True, but Hetmeyer still remains. Zampa, Sandeep, passive. Like, it's just that the other end is so weak now. Hetmeyer has to farm the strike. So that's going to be even more important because he can't take
काम
singles
नहीं
now.
करना है भाई. He has to keep going every ball. आवाज जाओ. Out.
Oh, यार! Oh! यार बाउंड्री नहीं गया क्या?
गया ना
नहीं,
भाई।
हाँ,
नहीं
वही
गया,
Hetmeyer
गया।
तो क्रॉस किया. यार कोहली यार तू तो पकड़. 15 करोड़ दिया है भाई. तूने 19 बॉल में 18 मारा. यार ये कैच था. ये तो कैच था ये प्रॉपर कैच था ये.
मुझे हंसी आ रहा है भाई, गेम पॉकेट में है।
अरे पॉकेट को मारो गोली भाई. तू आउट करना.
अरे लग जाएगा.
मुझे इतना सा भी दुख नहीं हो रहा है अभी अंदर बैठने का कि भाई मतलब अगर जीतने हुए
अबे तो ये कर रहा है कोहली. ये भाई तू क्या नाच रहा है क्या वहां पे? ड्रॉप किया तूने भाई. ये यार
बारिश है क्या?
you know, considering the fact that RCB will find it very difficult to beat GT, I think RR and Punjab game would be like a virtual decider for the playoffs.
Yeah,
मान
possible.
रावत भाई. सॉरी to cut you there, but रावत मान क्या कर दिया आज तो. बैटिंग कीपिंग सब कुछ एंड इवन द सैमसन. अबे इतना गंदा बॉल मत डाल. Sanjay says want a Rashid innings from Hetmeyer from here on would be fun just to see. ए भाई संजय यार मत करो ऐसा यार.
True.
वो क्या था. वो दिल से बुरा लगता है यार. मत करो ऐसा प्लीज. सोचो थोड़ा. जय मोमाया says निखिल सर पार्टी बदल गया. नहीं यार इन हिज
यहाँ से तो मतलब नेट 100 की भी बहुत वाट लगने वाली है
यार. हेटमायर लेके जाएगा 150 तक. 150 तो बना देंगे यहाँ से क्योंकि जाम्पा को स्ट्राइक दिया इसने. क्यों दिया? ठीक है देखते हैं. Jagmeet says I said guys don't underestimate me. Got hold of the top 6. I'm the juju today. Jagmeet हमने तो पहले ही बोला था. I really hope that you're the good luck charm that you're saying, and more than happy to see that coming. Good. And Sanjay says आज तो रावत का black magic चल रहा है. हाँ यार सच्ची में. Even Samson's catch that was very good. This run out, this was really entirely Rawat. अब oh man, entirely. Thank you Rawat. Thank you. And I guess this is going to be critical. Now given this, I don't think Hetmeyer will give him the strike anymore. If he's just going to do this, it's only going to build pressure.
दूसरी बॉल ही खेली है भाई. थोड़ा सा तो रुकना. स्ट्राइक
अरे ज़म्पा नहीं बैट करता.
कभी तो स्ट्राइक देनी पड़ेगी ना. You can't just keep batting.
He can. Hetmeyer can. 4 छक्के single dot.
Not difficult है यार. ओ भाई अब बारिश भी आएगा अभी.
आजा यार बारिश आजा बस. मेरे को Hetmeyer single last ball nice.
Yeah, but actually the win might help RCB, but I think the loss could cost RR a lot more.
Yeah.
Because they were the only side who could have qualified with their run rate advantage. Yeah. But this...
they've taken a time. Oh, it's a timeout.
तो लेना ही पड़ेगा. Option नहीं है.
Yeah. And sorry Nix, आप कह रहे थे?
नहीं मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ. Sometimes I hope RR realize that you can't be too cute every game यार. आप बहुत ज्यादा आगे सोच रहे हो इन टर्म्स ऑफ. जैसे सोमेश सेड you've taken root, तो उसका यूज करो ना. फिर तुमको मतलब कोलैप्स होने के बाद रूट कितना ही बचाने वाला है. तो रादर हैव सैमसन बैट एट 4. और इतना फर्क नहीं है यार. मतलब गेट योरसेल्फ अ गाय हु कैन बैट द लास्ट 10 overs.
और एक चीज बताओ निखिल, ऑनेस्टली बोलूं, चलो ठीक है, देयर आर सर्टेन टीम्स वेयर रूट वुड हैव वर्कड, बट आई डोंट थिंक राजस्थान इज दैट टीम. क्योंकि उनकी I mean, it's like you're just buying a player for the sake of कि भाई इंग्लैंड से है, वहाँ हमारा फैन बेस है, ये वो है. I mean, कोई रीजन ही नहीं है.
Even post auction,
जब तुमको खेलना ही ऐसे है कि मार के खेलना है, ठीक है. मैं चलो ठीक है, मैं we might say कि it's a flawed approach, especially on certain venues when you have a target. ऐसा भी नहीं कि बैटिंग फर्स्ट यू डोंट नो कि कितने बनाने. दैट इज अंडरस्टैंडेबल कि भाई बैटिंग फर्स्ट में कभी-कभी ऐसा हो जाता है. यहाँ तो तुम्हें टारगेट पता. बट इट इज बीन क्लियर विद हाउ द बैटर्स गॉट आउट दैट देयर इज अ सेट पैटर्न टू हाउ विल दे बैट. तो उस फिलॉसफी में तो रूट इनफैक्ट पर्टिकल भी सूट नहीं होता.
पर्टिकल तो फिर भी थोड़ा मतलब यंग एज है, दे कैन ग्रो हिम इनटू समथिंग एल्स. वो बेनिफिट ऑफ डाउट दे सकते हो. रूट आई कंप्लीटली एग्री विद बोथ ऑफ यू देयर. आई रिमेंबर थिंकिंग पोस्ट द ऑक्शन फेरेरा तो फिर भी समझ आता है. वो भी मतलब ही सपोज्ड टू बी समवन हु कैन गो
You from the get Donovan Ferreira. He could give you some bowling also. Root से भी bowling करानी है. तो मेरे को लगता है कभी-कभी ना, like even Gujarat at times and even Rajasthan at times, they, as we often say, they fall into the perception of a player more than the player.
Yeah.
Okay, what he could do for us. But what he could do, what is your philosophy? How are you going to use him? तुमने पडिक्कल को लिया है टीम में इसके लिए ताकि वो पावर प्ले में बैटिंग कर सके, पर तुम पावर प्ले में उसको भेजते नहीं हो, भेजते हो तो पूरी नैया पार लगी होती है। तो भाई फिर वो प्लेयर चलेगा कब और चलेगा कैसे? तुम उसको सेटअप कर ही रहे हो फेल होने के लिए, और तुम्हारा एक ही प्लेयर थोड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है यार। आई मीन आई जस्ट डोंट गेट द ऑब्सेशन ऑफ इवन सैमसन एंड हार्दिक बोथ वांटिंग टू बैट एट 3. तुम्हारा रोल, इफ दैट इज योर फ्यूचर, देन चेंज द टीम अकॉर्डिंगली.
True. Oh, interesting question. Do you think Samson, Hardik swapping teams, Samson for Gujarat and Hardik here in Rajasthan? I mean, this ऐसे ही अचानक से ऐसे.
I mean, actually,
It would work.
It will make both teams stronger.
Yeah, exactly. It'll make both
It
teams
will
stronger.
But Hardik, do you think Hardik संगाकारा और सबका सुनने वाला है जो आशीष नेहरा प्लेइंग लेवल पे बोल रहा है कि आशीष नेहरा डिसाइड कर रहा है?
वो सारे जो सॉफ्ट चीजें होती हैं वो तो हमको बाहर पता नहीं
Yeah, I'm just talking about simply
the setup and the how the teams are built. I think it'll be better for both teams. तो होगा नहीं मतलब
of course, yeah, hypothetical guys, मत ऐसे ही सोच रहे हैं. And also Jay asks what is the pass score at the 10th over mark. We're not sure, Jay. We'll try and figure that out. We'll try and get those numbers on soon. Anirudh, if you're listening to us, if you could help us out with what the pass score is going to be, that'll be great. Also, Nix, one more thing. So right now 56 or 7, their net run rate, I want to believe, will take a hit unless Edmire decides to go.
I mean, unless until they reach 150, 155, it will
which is very possible, to be clear. Very possible. Very, very, very possible.
Why it is very, very improbable. क्या बात कर रहा है
भाई? Please no, basic improbable.
Now, when you're talking to an RCB fan, what you have to remember is the best case scenario, okay scenario, worst scenario, this is always praised. तो worst case scenario का ही बात करते हैं लोग.
Exactly. Okay, RCB have to dismiss RR for 62 or lesser to surpass their net run rate. If that happens, then RCB will be at 0.153 and RR will be at 151. Oh, interesting. Nice. Because RR का भी तो घटता है. मैं वो नहीं, I forgot to factor that in.
वो तो होगा ही.
मैं 0.6 तक चला गया था, इसीलिए सोच रहा था ये कैसे हो सकता है. My bad. Thanks for that stat, Anirudh. Also, Anirudh, यार भाई वो पांच स्कोर का आप एक बार बता दो. तो भाई 3 रन बाद
दक्कोत लुइस स्कोर क्या है 10th ओवर?
हाँ, exactly. साजिद says भाई सैमसन को रन लेना चाहिए था, थोड़ा अनुज रावत के माइंड में कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट होता. ओ अच्छा, वैसे कह रहा भाग मतलब नहीं यार.
लो गया.
Yes.
अभी परसेंटेज कितना है?
हाँ, अभी 90. Yes.
90
बोल रहा है ये.
मैं बेशरम है, मैं मानता है, पता है संदीप और आसिफ नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है. नहीं, माय बैड. अभी 99 देता है.
90 बोला ये पहले. भगवान
कुछ भी हो सकता है. 1% तो कुछ भी हो सकता है भाई, कुछ भी हो सकता है.
ठीक है, तुमने पहले 90 बोला.
हाँ, वो भाई वो थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया. मीनवाइल बाय द वे चुचांत का आपने मैसेज शायद देखा नहीं.
मैं ऐसे छोटे-मोटी चीजों पे रैंट नहीं करता है. मेरे पास 2 टीम है यार, राजस्थान नहीं तो मुंबई. सही सेफ साइड चलते हैं. मुंबई भी हारा तो देखेंगे ना, फिर अपन कुछ और देखेंगे. फिर किस बैंड वैगन पे चढ़ना है. राजस्थान का परफॉर्मेंस देख के तो अपने मुंबई के क्लोजेट से मैं बाहर आया कि
चलो किसी का तो भला हुआ.
Adhyayan says it feels good to be on the other side of what RCB faces very often. True, Adhyayan. I'm guessing you're also an RCB fan. Couldn't agree with you more, man. I've said this like thrice before. We've seen this happen so often to us that really even now it's hard to process what we've just seen unfold. Because it's been a very bizarre innings. Make no mistake, I'll be the first one to admit it's not RCB's bowling that's getting them the wickets.
Yeah.
6 of the 9 wickets have been gifted to them. Barring maybe the Padikkal one, the Root one. Everything, including the Hetmire one. But again, Hetmire, you can't blame him. He had no option but to just go
with RCB is knowing them. हम यहाँ बात कर रहे हैं कि how will they beat GT. पता चल रहा अगले मैच में सनराइजर्स से हार गए. मतलब कुछ अलग ही कर दिया ऐसा जो सोचा नहीं था.
वो RCB RR का सेम है ना.
That will be the very RCB thing to do. कि GT वाले मैच तक तो alive ही नहीं रहे.
But come to think of it, RR and RCB, like RR का भी last 3 games देख लो. They lost to SRH thanks to a no ball which no one saw coming. Then won against KKR. They thrashed KKR. Very next game. ऐसा 59 for 9.
Yeah.
It's RR RCB. I mean, and no one saw that coming कि ये दोनों ऐसा इतना
intense. But to be honest, Jaiswal thrashed KKR.
But Samson ने भी मारा यार 48. अच्छा
देखो यार, उसके बाद तो कल हम जब खेल रहे थे ना तो पहले 5 ओवर में जब रन बन गए तो लास्ट ओवर में तो मैंने भी फिर मार ही दिया था. फिर बचा ही क्या.
I get that. Fair.
अलग ही चढ़ के खेलते हो, आपको पता है आपको कि गेम यही साइड जा रहा है। हमें इट्स लाइक अभी अगर जैसे कोहली बॉलिंग कराने आ जाए,
यस जल्दी कर भाई, जल्दी कर, एक और विकेट ले, एक और विकेट ले, सही है, चल चल भाई साहब,
भाई दिस इज टेरिबल, 59 for 9. It is
मतलब ये तो नेट
By the way,
एक मैच में अपना सीजन ही खत्म कर लिया है ना।
yeah. And by the way, Rajasthan were bowled out for 58, if you remember, 2009.
yeah,
Next go, Jumbo's 5 for 5.
Jumbo's 5 for 5. Yeah.
Yep. तो 59 पे अगर ऑल आउट होता है, अच्छा 58, 59 दोनों अपने लोएस्ट स्कोर्स अपने साथ ही, थर्ड मतलब
वो कब हुआ था? 2012,
2009, फर्स्ट गेम ऑफ 2009. यप,
ठीक है, तो मे बी फिर व्हाट 14 years later 60
क्या 59, 58, 59
नहीं 14 years later
ओ अच्छा वैसे, हाँ चलेगा, उसमें क्या।
RCB has two sides considering 269 and here 59 for 8.
But to be honest, we are more toward, I mean, we leaned more towards the 216 wala than the 59 for 8 wala. Like, again, make no mistake, I'll again have to repeat myself. I hope RCB doesn't get overconfident with this bowling performance. It's not been the greatest bowling performances. Luck has gone away, and we have to, we have to take it.
Point is ke see, देखो इस गेम में क्या किया, they compromise on their bowling to
गूगली डाल LB कर, क्या सोच रहा है? Sorry,
relax dude, relax.
गेम आसिफ है, पता है, मतलब
भाई मतलब यार क्या बोलूं मैं अभी?
आप पहले बोलो।
यही ओवर में गेम खत्म हो जाएगा, तो क्यों टेंशन ले रहा है?
प्लीज, हाँ
ये लो, यही बॉल पे
क्या मारा भाई?
अरे ऊपर मारा है यार, ये देख
पकड़, यस, our run rate goes above RR. What a win, man. I'm sorry Somesh, आप अपना पॉइंट पहले खत्म करो, then we'll get into this.
नहीं, but important thing is कि RCB got their balance right. वो important था, क्योंकि the only reason for our side to tweak their balance is when some particular individual is like a match winner on his own, which Hasaranga was not. And at least उससे ये हुआ कि भले ब्रेसवेल आज कुछ नहीं किया, but at least he got game time and eventually
दो विकेट एडमायर एंड
with a bat कुछ नहीं किया, मतलब मेन काम तो वो था, but फर्क नहीं पड़ा उससे। एटलीस्ट बैटिंग में एक वो आया कि भाई हाँ थोड़ी डेप्थ है, बढ़िया। I mean thumping win, I mean what to say,
yes,
keeps the tournament pretty entertaining.
Oh, and by the way, I'll have to say, Jay did say RCB will win by 100 runs. Jay, शाबाश यार, he did say. और मैं हंसा था उसपे कि इतना optimistic भी मत हो.
So now, I mean, now we'll come to a proper scenario case because RCB can still reach 16.
Yeah.
RR cannot reach 16. And now they will be hoping कि GT RCB को हरा दे, SRH RCB को हरा दे, and they go on to beat Punjab.
Yeah.
Because for Punjab, if they lose one more, it'll be very difficult because their net run rate is.
Yep. That's the most important point for RCB from this win. They've gotten their net run rate up.
Yeah.
That was very important. And Vishal Malik says, Akshay bhai, emotion is also high here. Isala cup nam de. Adnan helte lapa. I mean, मैं वो नहीं करा, sorry, थोड़ा कन्नड़ा, मतलब भावनाओं में बह गया.
Yeah. Although I must add that there is a possibility where LSG, MI, GT, CSK all end up above 16.
Yeah.
तो वो तो फिर कहानी कुछ नहीं बनती है.
In fact, क्या चल रहा है भाई? बात है कि क्या, अच्छा नहीं, बात ही है नहीं, हर बार तो हाँ कुछ ना कुछ. Imagine RCB LSG eliminate a epoch. Everyone will tune in for that, man. That will be a game to watch out.
Yeah, man.
What do you call it? The arm derby? The mango derby? I feel that's a nice thing. Sunaina Hegde says, best has been for RCB, feeling elated. Yes, of course. Couldn't be more elated. Oh man, I'm really struggling for words. I mean, I've been struggling for words throughout the second innings because what we've seen is just random.
Yeah, it's a very random batting.
यही चीज होगा exactly with Samson and Sangakkara आज in the post match. They will also struggle for words to explain what's happened today.
In fact, Samson ने बेचारे SRH मैच में ही कह दिया था कि no words. अभी आज तो क्या ही बोलेगा? आज तो सच में like what do you say? I don't know, man. And Adhyan says that no ball would be hurting like a nail on the head in that RR dugout. Sure, man. I mean, but I wouldn't still blame Sandeep Sharma for that. It happens. It happens to the best of players under pressure situations. To his credit, he had nailed those Yorkers consistently before, and he did do that day as well. It happens. And Jagmeet, yeah, my juju guy, he says, I truly believe I was the juju. अब ये मजाक नहीं रहा. नहीं भाई, मैंने तो कभी मजाक माना भी नहीं था. ये मतलब आंखें तरस गई थी ऐसे bowling मतलब फिगर्स को देखने के लिए.
What is your take on Karan Sharma's economy rate?
भाड़ में जाए. Pranav says, do a watch along for the next game. इसमें मजा नहीं आया.
तो स्क्रीन से निकल के इस तरफ आ, यहाँ बैठ थोड़ी देर गर्मी में.
हाँ, exactly भाई.
ये अपन करते हैं पक्का.
एक तो गर्मी, ऊपर से जो चिल्ला चिल्ला के ऊपर से अभी जाके भाई लिखना है मेरे को. तो let us see what सुमेश भाई 8024 Bharat Kotwani says, such a downfall for RR. They looked to be favorites till half season. True, 5 and 7. From there, oh man, it's hard. Yep. Good. I mean, in some sense, we have, put to rest the memories of 2017. Second और third अपने नाम है. दोनों RR के against. ठीक है, चलो. कुछ ना सही तो इसी से काम चला लेंगे.
Very thumping win.
Yep.
I mean, let's look at the qualification probability.
Yeah, RCB is 28-29 if I'm not wrong. आप देख लो. Meanwhile, I'll take Yajat Dev's comment. Yajat again sounds like a new name. And hey Yajat, I'm sorry you're coming towards the end of the game. Do tune in before every game's watch along. We do prediction contest. We have experts here. We talk about the game. And yeah, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also share it with your friends, man. Do you think MI are now in trouble if they lose versus Lucknow? This really effed up, not getting rushed out early and getting a similar NRR boost to RCB now. Okay, he's talking about MI.
But if MI lose to LSG, they can still reach 16, which is...
But net run rate की बात कर रहा है शायद.
ठीक है.
Net run rate कितना उनका इतना भी खराब नहीं है ना.
minus
नेगेटिव है.
हाँ.
एंड लखनऊ से हार गए तो थोड़ा और भी कम होने के चांसेस हो जाएंगे फिर. इंटरेस्टिंग, गुड पॉइंट याजत. अभी मतलब सॉरी वो तो एमआई फैन यहाँ पे बिजी है क्वालिफिकेशन प्रोबेबिलिटीज देखने में, तो तब तक
आई मीन बाय द वे RR's qualification probability stands higher than RCB.
How is that possible? That's impossible. That's wrong. I'm sorry.
That is because of the team that they are supposed to play now.
No, RR plays Punjab.
हाँ. So RCB plays GT.
अरे फिर भी आओ ना, we can reach 16. They can reach only 14. नहीं cricketcomtv भाई आप थोड़ा देखो. Vishal says the most unpredictable team in the history of IPL RCB. Of course.
बिल्कुल.
In fact, now तो I wear it as a badge of honor. हाँ भाई हम हैं high variance. एक दिन 260 मार देंगे, पता अगले दिन 50 में भी ऑल आउट हो सकते हैं. चलो उसी के साथ चलते बढ़ो. Introspect. Oh, that's his first comment. देखा ही नहीं यार. I don't remember seeing any of your comments today. RCB is full entertaining team, losing from bottom sides and destroying top sides except odd matches. That's actually very true. I was actually thinking of it today before the game about how we've lost to teams below us and won against teams above us. He also goes on to say, now only interest in IPL is either CSK versus RCB final or the mother of all battles, the arm derby, LSG versus RCB in playoffs. वो तो अगर होता है भाई तो फिर गजब ही हो जाएगा. Man. वो क्या shut up and take my money वाला सीन, बस मेरे को वो दिखाओ, बस सबको वही देखना है. Oh man.
निखिल को तो MI वर्सेस CSK फाइनल देखना होगा.
नहीं मेरे को कोई वांदा नहीं. अपन जो भी जीते आप, as long as अपन जीत रहे अपने को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. जिसको जीतना है जीतो.
Baburao meanwhile takes a piss of me, says Akshay was right when he said RCB is the second best bowling attack in IPL. यार उस दिन जब था, as things stood that day 2 games ago, they were. Now they've also slipped down to being number 6. अभी आज के मैच के बाद थोड़ा हल्का सा ऊपर भी गया होगा. AA says RCB the Pakistan of IPL. नहीं यार, I thought we decided हम लोग तो बांग्लादेश है ना. नहीं, अपना फैंस बांग्लादेश जैसा है. टीम
RCB अगर पाकिस्तान होती तो 1-2 ट्रॉफी तो आई होती.
भाई
वो बिना उसके तो can't.
Yep. Any day I would take a Shaheen Afridi and Haris Rauf. Any day. वही तो चाहिए अपने को. Sridhar Deshpande says everyone wrote off MI before the season and RR were contenders to win this year.
I would actually call RCB the South Africa of IPL, not
Pakistan. Fair point. South Africa is a good shot. मैं बांग्लादेश पे गया था. South Africa is still better.
बांग्लादेश क्यों भाई? You have
मतलब playoffs तक गए कम से कम.
Basically team in green.
The new name Somesh have you? Okay, all right.
That name.
So Sridhar, I hope you've already hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also make sure you've shared it with your friends as well. So yeah, I mean, is there anything to review? I mean, in terms of this game and.
They had absolutely nothing. I mean, क्या बोले? Probably batting first here was a very big advantage, at least in terms of knowing. Not knowing में तो chase करना better होता.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I would say that this pitch suited RCB's style of batting. Okay, their batters are groomed red ball cricketers.
Yeah, yeah.
Both Kohli and Faf, they don't like to give their wickets easily. And with RR, it's completely the opposite. They play the highest risk cricket, which was not suited for these conditions.
True.
So conditions sort of favored RCB, but then they utilized it to absolute T, and hence the result.
Yeah, and just one more thing as well. RCB this season have played 4 day games, if I'm not wrong, and they won all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Delhi, Punjab, Rajasthan twice. So that's great. Also talking about what RCB needs to do, in order to qualify. So they've got 2 more games against SRH on Wednesday and against Gujarat next Sunday. SRH is an away game that happens in Hyderabad, and against GT is at home in Bangalore. So of course, winning both games is of utmost importance. What about the other results? RR doesn't matter what they do. Punjab needs to lose.
Let's say MI are playing LSG day after. Let's say MI win it. Then they are at 16.
Then LSG go out.
No, the LSG. Then for RCB to qualify, they have to win both, and LSG, even if they win more, they'll be only at 15 points. That means they're out.
Yeah.
But let's say tomorrow LSG win, and then it'll become trickier for RCB. I'll tell you why. Because then MI can still reach 16, but MI will have to win big.
Yeah. True.
And not lose very badly to LSG. So then the run rate thing will come into picture, where 2 teams with 16, with potentially 16 points.
True.
And then one of them will qualify.
Yeah. Good that you made that clear. So now I know who I'm supporting.
Also, if LSG win tomorrow, they'll be at 15. So they have to win their last game as well, which is
against KKR at Eden. Yep. So okay. So Mumbai bhai, दुनिया हिला देंगे. Mumbai मेरी जान.
Yeah, lots to look forward to, and even I think Punjab can still reach 16.
Yeah, so RR doesn't matter. Punjab needs to win against Rajasthan and Delhi. Yeah, they play Delhi in Dharamshala, and they play Rajasthan as well in Dharamshala. Yep. So that'll also be interesting. So Punjab, hi, ek haar lo. RR, just avenge this loss by defeating Punjab next game and help us more.
I think Punjab versus RR mein jo bhi harega, they'll be mathematically out. Right now, only team to be mathematically out are DC.
Yeah.
And I think SRH. Yeah.
But no, technically RR is also out, yaar. Matlab, I know they are. Matlab, net run rate अच्छा है. 7, मतलब 14 पे तो नहीं पहुंचना कोई भी. I highly doubt 14 पे कोई भी पहुंच पाएगा.
That's what I'm saying. Probably, I mean, mathematically they're not out, but in all practical purposes, they seem out now.
Yeah.
Which is a fair reflection of this season, to be honest. I mean, they've lost too many games for weird enough reasons, but they've sort of thrown too many games.
Yeah. I mean,
I think our Rajasthan has had a kind of a season which Punjab has had over the years.
Yeah, and
where they look a decent team, bhai pahunch sakte hain, but then there are too many games that they just throw away.
Yep,
and then they don't qualify.
Since you mentioned Punjab, I don't know if you remember Punjab of 2018. They also similarly, they started off even more strongly. They had 6 wins in their first 7 games, went on to win just 1 of the next 7. Crashed out of the tournament. Something similar happening with Rajasthan. Ashwin being the only common link between the both teams, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, this is the team who beat CSK twice and Gujarat once.
And so, they'll really rue their losses against Mumbai. Holder bowling 3 full tosses.
And
SRH, of course. Is there any other loss that you would say?
I think this will hurt them, because at least they had the net run rate gunning for them, and this is like nails to the coffin.
It's completely undone all the good work that Yashasvi did in the previous game, to put it simply. And this run out, man, excellent presence of mind from Rawat. And bhai Rawat, yaar, आज तो आपने जो kill किया है ना भाई, मान लिए जो भी मतलब 3.4 करोड़ इनको मिला है, पूरा वसूल करके
तो रिटेन हो रहा है.
अब तो रिटेन होगा ही, अब तो क्या ही होगा अब तो डीके को हटा देंगे मेरे ख्याल से. If he even comes up with one more performance like this in the next 2 games, I wouldn't be surprised if DK is let go of, if he doesn't retire, that is, because it makes absolutely no sense to have DK. But Nix, आपको क्या लगा? Just one last thing on Rawat, like flatters to deceive. What did you make of it? Like, is it too soon to this thing? I don't think I'm completely sold on him yet, but this was still a decent knock. That's my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think he had anything to lose. So sometimes that also frees you up that ke bhai aur kuch nahi karna hai, yahi karna hai. But I don't know if that's a possible role for him going into the future. But again, as you said, too early to take a call. Let's see how he goes in the upcoming games, if he's playing in the same role.
Yep. All right then. That's it from us today. RCB versus RR. I mean, RCB started off 171 for 6, and then Rajasthan folded up very quickly. Just 59, unfortunately, is what they managed to put up. And as an RCB fan, yeah, you can see I'm really elated. And yep, that's it from us. We'll also heave a sigh of relief now as RCB fans. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow, actually, Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll see you Tuesday for a watch along. Tomorrow we'll just do the post match. Maybe we'll do the post match today as well, based on how that game goes. If we find some interesting angle to talk about,
definitely,
we'll hop in.
Yep. So until Tuesday, see you guys. And yeah, it's been great calling the game for you, for all of you. Yeah, see you guys on Tuesday.